Hi and welcome. It's Brian from Captain Savage Aquatics. Real quick intro. If you haven't already subscribed to me and this is your first time joining the live stream, just let me know. Give me a heads up in the stream. So yeah, what's up, Anakin? JFK Aquatics. How you guys doing? Just another late night or early morning stream. Late night. Hashtag fishfam. Like I said, if you're not sub to me, hit that subscribe button if you like my content, or like the live stream. I'm trying to give content out daily if possible. I stopped the daily vlog, but I think I'm going to start that back up with my son when we do water changes later this morning or later today. Got a video from a previous live stream that I edited. This quick kind of impromptu video editing, how I edit my videos. So be sure to check that out. I'll be uploading that as soon as it's done. Compiling, which should be here shortly. It's 99, like probably somewhere between 80 and 90% complete now, and then it'll probably take a little while to upload it. Based on my internet, I'll probably upload it after I'm done live streaming tonight. So keep an eye out for that. So how is everyone doing tonight? I can't be too loud and excited because my son's sleeping in the room behind me. Hashtag nap time. Let me share this to Google. Get some more viewers in here. What's up, Jason? What are you up to, buddy? How's your week been? Or the start of the week so far? Circle post. I'm sharing the live stream right now, guys. So while people come in for the next few minutes, I'll be continue to share the different groups I'm a part of. Oh, look at that, 7. DPK's here. Welcome, DPK. Hello. See if we can't get some people in here to join the Hangouts in a few minutes. I'll probably do that at the 5-minute mark or so of the video or this live stream, roughly. So I'll say like 25 past. I'll really get into this and get it going. Doria M. You never sleep, laugh out loud. Not really. Not at all. Let me go to your channel. I'm not sure if I'm subbed to you. As it is, welcome to the live stream. Yep, I am subscribed to you. Let me turn on the notifications. So looks like I was either number 1 or number 2. All right, so Doria's in there. Now let me. DPK Fish Aquarium says, I'm staying here where I fit in, laugh out loud. JH Aquatics, do you use a mic on your desk or on the PC? I use a mic that's on my desk. It's a blue Yeti mic, the silver one. I can set it so sensitive that it could pick me up anywhere in my house at a decent volume. Priscila, what's up? Thanks for waiting. Yeah, no problem. I had to take out Molly. That's why I didn't start the stream right up after you guys stopped yours. DPK Fish Aquariums, you should call the stream Insomnia Fish Keepers United. Yeah, that's an interesting name. So back to sharing. Facebook. What's up, Occasional Aquatics? Hey, something. Hold on. Hey, late night fish keepers. Susan for SLC Aquatics says, hey, Brian, thanks for sending the guys over. Didn't know we were streaming at the same time. Yeah, I think I started up because I checked and there was no one live streaming when I started. So I had like, I don't know, 12 to 14 people in, and then I think you the girls started up the all girls live stream. Bob was in there too, but that's okay. Occasional Quad says, watching the stream during my break. Lots of love, dear, says Susan. Thank you. Lots of love for you. We'll have to do another Friday stream sometime, or another day that's good for you when you stream. Hi, Occasional, and everyone I missed so far. Hi, Susan. Molly, enough with the Texas cichlid. She likes to beat on the beat the hell out of the 55-gallon. Don't mind me. I'm just opening up my egg split. Look at that. Back to 12 people. But hit that like button, everyone. It says Occasional Aquatics. All the girls and Bob laugh out loud, right? You know Bob is sexy. Smash the like button, says Gene. Plus, it was his birthday. Yeah. Cool. Maybe I won't wait till 25 after before I open this up so anyone can join the live stream. Hashtag Nam time. So how is everyone doing is the true question. Shared it to Twitter. Going to share it to Facebook while I'm waiting for my XSplit broadcaster software to open up so I can get the format I'm looking for. It says the camera's not available, but that's okay. Layout. Keep aspect ratio. Nope. Don't want that. So let's get this going. So I'll post that to Facebook. Get that open. Scroll over to the right. Grab the link and code. Copy. Disconnect. Connect. Here we go. Let's see. Enlarge this. Shrink that down. Camera is not available. All right, time to share the screens. Back to screen one, share. That way I get my normal format I like. And there we go. Let's see. I've been trying to edit, laugh out loud. Yeah, right, Bob? Gene, hey, a lot of time and effort better be worth it. Cappy, anyone keep pseudo mulgils? Sorry. Pseudo mugils? I'm not sure what that is. DPK Fish Aquarium says, but don't know how many more are hiding in the 40 breeder. Occasional Aquatics, I want to get some for the new 20-gallon, 29-gallon set. That'd be cool. So let me open this up since we got 16 people in here now. I think enough people have rolled in. Anyone that's looking to join the Google Hangouts, feel free. Just kind of open-ended Q&A, updates for the fish room, things like that. My male is 3 inches and the female is almost 2 inches. Okay. Jimmy inches, I'm not sure either. Occasional. I have occasional. I steam pot aquatics. Kept about 4 different species. Oh, that's cool. Close this down. Molly is funny. Yes. Yes, she is. Let me actually tilt the camera down so you guys can see her more. She's at attention looking at the different fish. Oh, wow. That rubber lip pleco looks awesome. Let me just grab this camera. Hopefully, look at the big male rubber lip. Normally, that hides. And Molly's got eyes for it. So this is the new pump where I had the issue with water on the floor. I put that in my sump, and I temporarily put a line over this, which I think is like 3/4 inch line or half-inch line, and I ran it up to my from my sump into the fish tank and used clamps to hold it down. But here's the African cichlid tank. Real quick, since I'm not on the camera, there's Molly with the big head. So there's one of the male rubber lip plecos. There are 2 females in here. They have been breeding in the African cichlid tank. They're all the new rubber lip babies are in there and around the rocks. The Texas doesn't even bother them. That's way over in the corner right there, right in here. That Texas doesn't eat any fish. It'll move them out of the way, but there's the pleco Molly wants to get at. And there is 2 high fin plecos in here in this 5-gallon tank. I got that cool like albino fish right there. Got some nice color that I picked up, and then I got that one that I picked up a while ago. That's the video I was editing. I think I did a quick thing on the new fish. If I didn't, I will add it. Molly has her habits. Let's see. Occasional Aquatic says, Bob, are you still collecting background videos for your live stream? Bob, that would be awesome. Steamfod, yes, I lost yours. Accidentally deleted it. Sad face. How big is a tank is needed for archer fish? I'm not sure on that DPK. I know they like to shoot insects that are outside to get them to drop in there. I'm really not sure on archer fish. Occasional says, no worries. I have a new one I'd like to send you. Same email. Yep, same email. So that's them. I mean, all the Africans are doing good in here. The Venustas like to come over while I'm shooting video all the time. But, I mean, that's the tank. Or at least the Africans. Now, sorry for the movement, but I'm going to put this back up. I don't want to wake my son up. Otherwise, I turn the light on in the big tank behind me with the Oscar and all that. Occasional Aquatic says, cool beans. I'll send it after I get off work. Awesome. Thanks. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Aurora2 said, just finished watching Game of Thrones. 7 years build up for this episode. Wow. Yeah, I have to get into Game of Thrones again. DPK Fish Aquarium says, I really want some, but very little information on them that's in depth. How big are your Oscars? The big female in the 125 is as big as my hand at this point, and probably almost as thick in width. So she's probably 12 to 13 inches long, maybe even pushing 14 for the female. And then the 2 smaller ones that I introduced about a month, maybe a month and a half ago at this point. I'm not quite sure. I have to look back in a video at my videos. They're probably about 5 inches in length from head to tail. So I have 3 Oscars in that tank. I have some koi. There's one long koi that's about 14 inches long. And then there's an Asiago long-finned koi in there. And like a goldfish, but more of a streamlined goldfish. I think it's a scarlet goldfish. I can't remember. I got 2 big high fin plecos in there too. I got a what the heck is it called? A flower horn in there. It's kind of smaller one. So yeah. Gene Michael Gervais says you spoiled, got you die. Understand, Ruru too. Aquarium Cop's in the house. Hi Brian and everyone. Welcome Aquarium Cop. Ruru too says laugh out loud. I'll say about the yeah, Game of Thrones. Susan says, well, Brian, we'll do another collab soon. Love you and the fish fam. Yeah, love you too. Night. Have a good night, Susan. Thank you for stopping in. Thanks for sending the viewers over here. It's greatly appreciated. Gene says, didn't see the last episode. If anyone wants to risk their life, meet me at the lake with the bike. That's funny, Gene. That's funny. That's awesome. All right, so let's see. Updates. I was kind of doing that before the girls' live stream came on. So let's see. The German blue rams are doing okay. I swear the ones I got from PetSmart, I picked up 5. 2 seem to be pairing off already. Actually, 2 out of the 4 seem to be pairing off in the tank. I'm going to add some more substrate to it. I added some later, not too long ago. I got some 2 big Coctopolis in there. I'm currently running that tank at like 82, 83 degrees for them. Let's see. Occasional Aquatics says break's done. I'm out, everyone. All right, Occasional Aquatics, thanks for stopping in. Later. So yeah, that tank's coming along. I just want to add some more substrate to it. I'm going to, on the 22 bow front with the German blue rams in it, I'm going to also take the water sprite and wisteria. Since they're stem plants, they can feed from the water column. I'm going to plant them in the soil. And stuff like that. I have a bunch of other soil, like potting soil, organic topsoil that I'm going to be adding to the tanks. They're going to be pretty much dirted tanks mixed with some play sand and a bunch of other stuff. What's up, Relax Yo? Aquarium Cop says, hi, Carlos. I'll be adding, I got a couple 50-pound bags of topsoil, 40-pound bags. I'm going to add in probably an inch or inch and a half of topsoil and the 125 behind me. I'm probably going to pick up another bag of cichlid sand for the 55-gallon African cichlid tank. Do that. I got a package in, which I got to piece together all the parts of the video, the different clips for showing a Sergeant Tank unboxing of all the fish I got, and things like that. So that'll be coming out shortly. Gene says, finally, I finished editing my video. There is a lot of shout outs and news, so stay tuned for that. Gonna upload as soon as possible. Thank you for reminding me, Gene. Quick shout out. So if you haven't talked in a little while, because I'm going to do some shout outs. So Aquarium Cop, welcome. Glad to have you back. DPK Fish Aquariums, welcome. Gene Michael Gervais in the house. Occasional Aquatics, Relaxio, Ruru 2M, Steamfod Aquatics, Susan for SLC Aquatics. That's the participants. If I missed your name, it's because you haven't chatted probably within the last minute or two. I'm not sure how the chat box works, but yeah. And this is why my plecos hide in the tank at the 55-gallon, because Molly likes to pound the glass. That's curious. I haven't done a TDS reading for this tank in a bit, and I did do a huge water change to it. Oh, that's not bad. Up about 30 parts per million in this tank. I might do a small, like 10% water change to the 55 later today. Let's check the 125. I did like a 50 to 60% water change on this. This is sitting at rate 376. That's not bad. I'll leave that at that. In previous videos, I got a gold severum from PetSmart. They were having a deal at PetSmart, buy 4 fish, any type, and get 2 free. But of course, the most expensive fish you won't get for free. So I picked up a flower horn, 2 green severums, the gold severum, the flower horn that's smaller, that's down here, that's looking at me right now. He's only about that big, so he kind of hides out on the bottom, which is cool. And then I got the regular 2 convicts in here, which I believe one's a male, one's a female, because they've been lip locking a lot lately. And I think Nick the Dick was telling me that I might have a female. I'll have to see how to sex them properly. Then I got the 2, you probably can't see it because the light's not on. I got the 2 Oscars that about half the size, or maybe 40% of the size of the big female in there. Then I got the big 14-inch long koi right here. Got the 2 other kois with the Asiago and the that orange kind of silver koi. Got this goldfish right here. And then there's 2 high fin plecos in here, some snails and stuff like that. Then I got my guppy 18-gallon tote with all the guppies, kind of like guppy colors and colors I like right there. In this 10-gallon, I added some snails that I got from Sergeant Tank and a couple other things. I got another female beta veil tail in this one, and I got a female beta crown tail in here, which I might see once the females get big enough if I can breed the 2 different betas with the 2 males I have. I got a big crown tail that's in the bedroom, but I can't show it right now because my son's asleep. And then I got my son's bluey, that's a veil tail. So the crown tail's in the bedroom, veil tail is called bluey, that's out in the kitchen tank. I got 20 new snowball shrimp from Sergeant Tanks. And stuff like that. So got the 20 snowball shrimp in there. They're in with the 10-gallon super red bristle nose plecos. I added 6 chocolates or 4 chocolate plecos from Jeremy in there for Sergeant Tank. Like I said, there's an unboxing video. Climatize those guys. What else did I do? And I got other fish. I can't remember them all. So, yep. What's up, down the wormhole? Gene says, how are the piranhas and guppy fries doing? Big happy smiley face. Relaxing Yo says, I've been crazy busy moving condos. I had to move 20 aquariums pretty much myself. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. Still setting up the fish room, so that's why I haven't been around, but I'm back. Hope everyone's well. Jimmy H is back in the house. Welcome. Down the wormhole, they are great. Thanks for asking. Just took a video of the fry. Gene says, I was legit about to do a video to make sure everything was okay with you. I mean, it's been a while. Relax show. Yeah, Jimmy H has smashed that like button again. Gene says, sup, Jimmy? Senpai, let me smash. Yep. So, awesome. We got 16 people in here. And I haven't had 16 people here in a while, especially when it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning East Coast time. So that's what's going on in the fish room. Now, some personal things that happened with me recently. That's why I didn't stream as much as I want to, and why I didn't get the Sergeant Tank video out and the update video out earlier this week or last week. Is because for once I got a lot of my bills paid down, which is a good thing. Paid off my credit card. Long story short, they resent the payment back to me saying insufficient funds when there was like a lot of money in my account because I had just gotten paid. My brother sent me some money to help me pay some of my bills down, and I'm going to go see him, I think the 19th, that weekend, that Saturday, and I'm going to help him move some more stuff from his house to his apartment in Philly so he can rent that out. But long story short, I paid my credit card. They put a hold on it because one of the payments was returned. I don't know how, because there was money in the account. So I got all that done. I'm waiting for another $50. So long story short, I paid $200 towards that one credit card this month, and they're only showing 150. So the other 50 should hit tomorrow, hopefully. That way I'll have knocked 200 off that card. So that card is practically paid off. Paid my cable bill. That got sent back to me. I don't know why, because I had a ton of money in my account. So I was just paying all my bills in one shot. And that got sent. I got an email saying that didn't finish clearing. No, wrong thing. That cleared. But my power bill, I paid with that account. And they said, oh, it got kicked back on our end. I'm like, why? Can you send me the paperwork why it got kicked back? So, yeah. I'm waiting for that stuff. Doria M says, ugh, I want German blues. I only just got these. That was part of the pickup of this past week. I think I got them on Sunday of last week when I picked my son up in Plattsburgh, or we ran up there. I picked up the German blue rams, or the weekend before. I think I've had them about 2.5 weeks, and that was part of the deal. I mean, I picked 5 of those up, and I got, I think, 2 or 3 or 4 of those for free. Due to the thing, because I did, I think, so you could get, if you buy 4, you got 2 free. The most expensive fish you can't get for free. So I did that 3 times. So I got 18 fish. So I got 12 free fish. Unfortunately, a couple of the Africans didn't make it, even though I quarantined them, or dripped the 55-gallon water in there, dripped acclimatized them, all that. I treated the whole tank. They passed away. Got a credit. Got some other smaller stuff. I can't remember. I think I picked up a couple plants and stuff like that. Dwayne's in the house. Hey, y'all. What's up, Dwayne? How you doing, buddy? JH Clark says you should go check out the new skit I did. I hope you're cool with the shots I used of you. All right, I'll take a look at that. Aquanaut says, what's up, guys? So I'm going to post the link to the Google Hangouts again in the chat. Let's see. That's cool. So JH says, yeah. Gene says, thanks for the, or Relaxio says, Gene, thanks for the concern. Thought good. You're a good guy. What's up, Aquanaut? One, you're in my video too. Yep. Oh, really? I have to check that out, JH. Ruru2M says, my brain hurts. Hey, Jimmy. Yeah, so that's been what's pretty much been going on in the room. I will do that update video, still processing, and it's almost done. Actually, I want to check to see where it is. Come on. Give me the drop-down menu. Minimize that. And bring that up. So let's put that back here. Oh. Woohoo, there's my background. I closed something. That's what I did. Where is it? There we go. Oops. So post to Facebook. Hey, Jason. Gene says, hi, Aquanaut. And you're welcome, Relaxio. Jimmy H says, any more tour at Aquanaut? Any more tours? Gene says, my God, how many logical do you have on that screen? Yeah, how many apps? I have a lot. I was downloading a lot of different things that I have to do later on. Yeah, so that's what I get for sharing the screen and showing you the background. So let me post this over here. There we go. DPK Fish Aquarium. Sorry, I was looking at plants. That's okay, DPK. Make sure you buy some for me, okay? What's up? KG Cichlids, he's in the house. What's up, guys and gals? About to head on home from work. That's awesome. I'll probably still be streaming by the time we get home from work. So plans for tomorrow. I'm gonna create a video with my son showing like he's gonna help me create the video of him doing a water change, or me showing how to properly do water change to his 2.5 gallon beta tank with veil-tail beta that he called Bluey. And we'll fill that tank up, and then I'll probably have him do a quick tour of him holding the camera. And I'm going to have him say what he likes about different fish, what his favorite fish is, if he can point it out. So, Jimmy H says, hey, Kevin. Aquanaut says, hey, Gene, no tours planned for right now. Jimmy, DPK Fish Aquarium says there's a few that look nice. 15 stems for $16. Not bad, right? Excuse me. Didn't mean to do that. Look on Aquabid, because I saw one where I bid on it. It's for 250 like cutting / stems, and you know it's for 8 days, but I bid on it, and there's Aquabid, you can do a I just bid on it and put my maximum at $20 because it is going for 8 days. And that doesn't include, that's with free shipping, I think. Maybe not. Maybe the shipping's 10 or $15 for a flat rate box. JH Aquatics says, your desktop hurts my eyes and my brain. Yeah, right? Yeah, I got to clean that up. It's actually usually not that bad. I have a lot of files out in the open that I was downloading today right to my desktop. So I'm going to take all those and put them in a folder. And get other useless stuff off the desktop. Gene says, is temple plant good with goldfish and gold barb? Goldfish may want to, it should be okay, but they may want to eat it. DPK Fish Aquarium says, oh, wow, 200, that's a lot for sure. For 20, you'd be come out winning. Yeah, well, it's half of it's cuttings, because some of the stuff, how they propagate it is you do a cutting for some of them, and then you just plant it in the substrate, right? And it will grow roots. Or you let it float for a little while, it'll grow roots, and then you plant it. So that's for, probably 125 stems, and then 125 cuttings, something like that. So I bid on that. I shouldn't probably be telling you I bid on that, because that's not a bad deal. And the person, it's from a show tank that he has that he trims it every 3 to 6 months or whatever, depending, or more. And when he has enough trimmings, he sells them on Aquabid. So, and they look like real good quality. So Aquanaut says, yeah, for sure we will. I have way too much planned for the next few months to travel very far right now. I have kind of showed all of the stores within a 5-hour drive, laugh out loud. How long is the stems? Does it stay? I'm not sure. I want to say at least 5 inches long, maybe 6. He's cutting it. You know what I mean? So they're grown this high in his tank. It's got to be a 125, and it's grown to the top of the 125. Some of the plants. Others are more halfway up, so they're 20 inches long. So somewhere between probably 5 inches to 8 inches in length, maybe even a foot, some of them. I'll have to look because I'm watching it at the same time. Because the ones I'm looking at, they're 18 inches long for each. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm not sure for the temple plants how long they are, but he lists all the specific plants he has in that tank by their genus name or Latin name. So I'd have to look it up on Google to see what the English name of them is for. I know there's some Java fern in there. It's more rare stuff. Like you got different types of Lewidgia and stuff like that. Tired of typing. Should I just join the hangout, laugh out loud? Yeah, whatever, Jimmy. You want to join? I'll grab the link to the thing. It'll keep me on track a little bit instead of me doing side rants. Copy. Paste. You gonna join the thing? Hi, Dank. What's up, Dank Tanks? Hello, hello. That would be cool. Yep. Feel free. I just sent the link to the chat. Anyone can feel free to join. Yeah. So that's some things. I will probably do a live stream off of my phone through the YouTube Red app or whatever, right from my phone, so I can walk around the fish room and show everyone what's going on with the different tanks that I've recently done. I do have videos of stuff, but I like to do live update videos. That way, if there's question, they can I can answer them. Okay, so that would be cool. Cool. Let me get some water and I'll hop on. Cool. All right, Jimmy H. Fish Tropic says, "Hey peeps, what's up, Jason? How you doing, buddy? How was last week for you? Were you real busy? Did you go fishing? What'd you do?" What up, DPK? Tropico. DPK Fishing says, hashtag bring Chaz back. Hashtag we miss Woody. Hi, Jason. It's a DPK. Yeah. Jason, we got to start doing like triple threat Saturdays again. I know Chaz is busy with school and stuff, but we can get a third person in. Maybe we can get David in or something like that, or get DPK or Dank Tanks or Jimmy H in. Just someone to spice things up. I just don't know if you have the time for that, Jason. Relax Show says, "What's up, Tropic? You good?" Gene says, "Hi, Dank. I'm good. Fish, you good?" Yep. I'm good. Had a decent buzz going on earlier today. Drinking with my landlord, chatting, bullshitting, doing that stuff. Came downstairs because I had to make dinner for me and my son. Made the dinner, and it's like I lost the buzz, and I was gonna. He kept pulling me. I kind of got tied up with things, so I wasn't able to keep the buzz going. But I'm definitely trying to get it back. Gene, or Dank Tank says Gene. So, anyone have any questions? Otherwise, I'm just going to keep blabbing on. All right. Let's see. I already talked about the German blue rams. They're doing great. The super red personal plecos are doing great. I may move those into the 22 bow front, but the water's too hot. I don't think they'll tolerate 82, 83 degrees. So maybe I'll move them into the 18-gallon tote for the super red plecos, Bristol plecos. I got the chocolate plecos from Sergeant Tanks. 4 of those. One is albino. I think I got one albino because he always sends extra just to be safe. Let's see. Aquarium Tech says, I remember working on a spreadsheet with you, your TDS values. What other ways do you log your tanks? Well, I picked up permanent markers. I found them somewhere for like, I think, $1. Smaller markers. So I'm going to write permanent marker on there so I know what was the last reading and the date and what I have in the tank real quick. Steenfod Aquatics says, all right, off the bed. See y'all next time. Thank you again, Bob, for stopping in. I appreciate it. Check out Bob's channel. He's doing awesome. He's kicking some serious ass. Great content for anyone that doesn't know Bob's stream or Steenfod Aquatics. Check him out. If you're not subscribed to the people in the channel, make sure you do. Relax Show says, chillin'. Oh, hold on. DPK, let's see. DPK Fish Aquarium says, we're missing a lot here tonight. Missed the old days. Yep. That's okay. Relax Show says, chillin'. You should check out my latest video, Jason. It's something special for Canadians. Says Aquanaut. DPK says, night, Bob. Relax Yo is doing water changes. I did water changes early in the week, but I'm going to do some minor ones to tanks TDSs that are a little high for me right now, so I don't have to worry about them for a bit. I think I watched it, Mike. It says Fish Tropic. DPK Fish Aquarium says, yep, Bob is super cool for sure. Aquanaut. Oh, you did. Right on. Yeah, I'll have to check it out, Aquanaut. I've been trying to keep up with stuff, but I've just been so busy and exhausted from work because I've been working some decent overtime hours to get my finances straight. But the good thing is I got some bills paid down, fought with the my credit card company because they said certain payments didn't post. When it did post, it cleared, and then they pulled the money back and put a hold on my credit card, which wasn't cool. But all that nonsense is done with. What else? Paid my cable off. I'm got to go help my brother move on the 19th of this month. On a side note, my birthday's in 2 days, August 9th. I'll be 37. So kind of looking forward to that. What's up, Jimmy?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. Just hanging out, chatting with the people. The fish fam.
Yeah, you guys hear an echo or anything like that?
No echo.
All right, that's good. Sorry, just mute to the YouTube.
Yeah. But believe me, I forgot to mute the YouTube when I started this stream. It was like, oops. Fish Tropic says, I'm pretty sure I left a comment for Mike. Let's see. Big Bob's late. Yep. What's up, Jenna Tucker? It was a good stream with the girls.
I'm up in here.
I enjoyed it for the few minutes that I caught.
Anakin, funny guy. Hey, Jason.
What's up, Jason?
What's going on, guys?
Not much. What are you watching, TV, Jason?
Oh, no, it's just whatever's on Netflix.
Oh, okay, cool. How's it been going with you?
Everything's going all right. Just chilling out. What are you guys up to?
Oh, now I see what Anakin wrote. Uh-oh, Jimmy's here. Time to dislike and to unsubscribe. That's funny. Dance Jason says Aquanaut.
Oh, no. He was on that stream.
Thanks.
How do you guys even look at the chat here anymore?
What do we look at the chat for? I just do it to make sure no one's
asking questions outside the answer.
Oh, no, I said I don't even know how to look at the chat anymore here on the phone, right? I don't think you can.
Your phone, what program are you using? This Hangouts?
An iPhone.
An iPhone?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're on your phone, then yeah, you can't look at the chat.
Oh, okay.
Not unless you're like live streaming from it, but that's only for you. No one else. Jason in the house. Now it's a triple fact Sunday, Monday madness of DPK.
Mid-Monday morning.
Mid-Monday.
Everybody working tomorrow or what?
Man, I got the day off tomorrow.
Nice.
I work tomorrow night, so I can sleep in.
Right. DPK says, do the Soldier Boy dance, Jason, next time. Laugh out loud.
On the live stream.
So, Jason, what I was saying in the chat was we got to try to get triple third Saturdays going again.
Yeah, well, I think probably at the end of August.
Yep.
September starts. Start getting a little work weekends and stuff. So
don't mind me. I'm gonna put my earbuds in so I can hear you better. A lot of background noise with the fish tanks.
Yeah, that's why I got my headphones on.
Ah, there we go. Much better.
So who's in the live chat tonight?
What are you saying? Google Hangouts or no?
No, there's 17 watching, so
yeah. Well, Shrimp Society's here too. Got a 25-gallon rimless glass aquarium with a hydro canister filter and a complete CO2 system, all for free off of Craigslist. The only money I had to spend was the $5 in gas and another $5 to reseal. That's pretty cool. Great deal.
anything free is great. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, free's nice. I love it when you go to some people's houses and they're selling fish tanks and you end up scoring air pumps, hang on back filters for like an extra like $10.
Yeah, right.
That's like the best. That's why you always go with like an extra 20 in the water, right? Just to make sure, you know, because you know the last time I bought tanks, I got what 4 tanks for $75. And like I only seen them because he cleaned them out and he had them in another room, and I walked by and I asked him what he was doing with those tanks, and he's like, "Oh, I'm selling those too." I'm like, "Okay, so how much for them all?" That's how I ended up with all those tanks in my room, guys.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it just made sense to do it that way. You know, I get them all one shot, and they came with filters, heaters, everything, right?
Yeah, that's nice.
Right. Let's see.
So I was thinking today, guys, how can you accelerate beneficial bacteria in a filter?
Seed it with other material that's already been cycled in another tank.
Yeah.
That's understandable, but like, what if you don't have other material from another tank and you're just starting it from a fresh tank?
Well, it all depends. Are you gonna get some like, what is it? Those powdered bacteria and seed it that way, you know?
Well, I know there's products out there like bacteria, bio balls, and all of that stuff, right? So I'm just wondering if there's like a more natural way to accelerate like the bacteria growth, like maybe run oxygen line into the filter for like a couple weeks or something. I don't know. What,
like pure oxygen? Or are you just talking this regular air pump?
Yeah, from an air pump, because you know the more that's running off the surfaces is feeding into it, right? Or I could be wrong. It could be killing it. I don't know.
No, I think air helps them because it helps get that bacteria growing.
Well, but I think within a couple of weeks it should be fine anyway.
Well, like I've done tests. Like maybe it takes pretty much up to a month longer for it to start colonizing. So if you have a month for an extra bag of matrix to seed, like most people don't. So I don't know. I was just thinking, how could you accelerate, you know, a new setup to go quicker and colonize a lot faster than a month, right? Use
stability, you know, go to a local stream or lake and get some leaf matter out of the bottom, you know what I mean? Right near the beach line.
Yeah.
Grab some of the dirt from there or something, you know what I mean? Put it in a filter bag, you know what I mean? Or filter sock, throw that in there. From a lake or a stream, you should be able to keep the most of the beneficial bacteria alive in a bucket. Keep it in the water, you know what I mean? Bring a 5-gallon pail, fill it up with that, and get some dirt and leaf litter from the bottom. You know, that'll have a lot of beneficial bacteria on it.
Have you done it before though, Cappy?
What? Taking stuff? I've taken driftwood right from the water and introduced it from I can't remember where it was, but I just introduced it right into the 125, no problem. No problem. I didn't see any bacterial blooms. None of my fish got sick, nothing.
I guess just you kind of lucked out, eh?
Yes. Yep. You know, I know, you know, there wasn't that much. It wasn't slimy or anything. It was pretty, like the water had broken down the bark on the outside, so it was just the core of the tree, you know what I mean? With a branch or whatever I put in there. So, and it was in like 4 or 5 feet of water. So I figure the only thing that's going to be growing on it is anaerobic bacteria, right? You know?
Yeah. No, because I was going to say, like, I collected some plants from like a river shore a couple weeks ago. And like, even when I was bleach dipping them, there was these little worm-like structures that were trying to get back into the dirt clumps.
Uh-huh.
And like you could see them wiggling around if you put them under a magnifying glass.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a shitload of these things, and they were all in these like little dirt blooms, and they were either coming out of them or trying to get back into them. And like, I don't know if that was because it was more or less on the stagnant side of the river, and it would probably be a better idea to find stuff that's in a flowing stream that's constantly have like white bubbles on the top.
Yeah. Well, right at that area, the lake's the wind's always whipping across it, so it's always stirring, you know, the first few feet of the water over all the time. You know what I mean? There's pretty good waves crashing on the shoreline. So
yeah, so the chat's saying to increase temperatures
in quarantine. So, and it's been probably what, 3-4 weeks. I know. I'm pretty sure everything is dead, but I'm just making sure nothing gets transferred over, because anything that you introduce from the wild into like a fish tank, like oh my god. Well, I don't know if you guys watch Dan Hershaw's channel or Hitchum. I can't remember his last name, but he has a native tank too, right, with a smallmouth bass, and he just had that what was it, Colomaris outbreak. And I don't know if you guys watch that channel, but it's a pretty cool channel.
Yeah, Dan Hitchu.
Yeah, Hitchu.
Yeah,
it's a pretty
the
cool
guy
channel.
that lost 900 subs, I guess, today or yesterday, because they were all inactive and the YouTube algorithm removed all his inactive subs.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, that's the thing they're doing to clean up. Any spam channels that have been proven to be spam channels reported in the past, they're wiping out. So that's why I've been fluctuating between 398 and 406 a lot. It's because I'll get inactive people, and I want to look on Google and see how long it takes for someone to become inactive on a YouTube channel before the algorithm takes that sub away automatically.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey Brian, there's some questions in the chat.
Yeah. Jenna Tucker says, okay, I need some help. How do you put the air stone inside of the sponge filter? I can't get it to go on anyways. Any tips? Pull the thing apart, because it'll pull apart. It feels like you're gonna break it. Just pull the two ends where you'll see the circle. Pull that apart where if you have that clear plastic tube or whatever color the tube is, pull that off. Pull those clips apart, because all it does is clip apart or clip together. Just pull it apart. Run your air line in there, and you can put an air stone in there, but you shouldn't have to on the sponge filter. It should have a little circle, depending on the grade of sponge filter it is, right? That feeds all the way to the middle section, down to the bottom of the middle section, that hollow section. And that regular air line is putting it to that one, like, nipple, or what do you want to call it, should push the air all the way to the bottom of the sponge filter and then let it bubble out. So there's no air stone needed. But some of the other, if they're really cheap, they might not have that feature. So then you could add an air stone or something like that to it. I've a couple older air sponges that are like 40 gallon, and I do have an air stone because it didn't have that hollow. What do you want to call it? The nip. I'm just going to call it a nipple, where you put the air line to it that pumps the air straight to the bottom. So that way, I went around that area. I put it through one of the other gratings because there's like 4 holes, plenty of room to get it in there. Put the air stone in, clip those all back together because that hollow point of that thing is way really large. You can fit an air stone so easily in that. What kind of sponge filter? I usually get Hikari, or even the cheaper ones. I can't remember the ones I got recently. I got rid of all the boxes, and it doesn't say anywhere on it. I mean,
yeah, I get the cheap ones too, and it has that little nipple thing. I don't have the air stone as well.
Yeah, so that nipple, some of the, if it's more of an expensive, but it's cheap, you know what I mean? It could have that where you said it just pumps the air straight to the bottom. Like my 125 sponge filter that's into the big one, all that's going in there is I just put the air line right on top of the nipple at the top, and it pushes the air bubbles all the way down that tube, and then they are allowed to release from the bottom.
Let me see if I can find a spare sponge filter.
So I think Hikari makes them, and then there was Bacter O, I think it is. I have a lot of Bacter O. I think that's what the ones, or, you know, they're a pretty good filter. I like them. They're a finer filter, but they work awesome.
So this is what you're talking about. I don't know if you guys can see it. So
yeah,
Brian's talking about that nipple figure right here in the middle. So
yeah, and that's almost like a air tube. You know what I mean?
It is an air tube. It has a little plastic thing, so you put your air line in here, connect it, and then it disconnects, and then it sucks the air all the way through.
Yeah, it pushes, your air pump will push it down that tube. Yeah. It'll hit that little nipple, and then it'll go down that stem, and the air will bubble out from the bottom of it because the back pressure from the air pump won't let any air come up that way again because it's pushing to the bottom. So let's see the chat. I think that was the only question I saw, which I was going to get to.
Oh, I think Aquarium Tech was mentioning, and DBK was mentioning that increasing the temperature might help the beneficial bacteria grow faster.
Or if you don't have another sponge, or I know Jason said, well, if you don't have the media to spare to put it in there to start it, you can take some of that water, you know, like as if you're cleaning the sponge, and squeeze some of that water in there. And I'm sure some of the beneficial bacteria, the older one, will seed that new material or that filter. It'll take a little while for it to take off, but at least you've added something to the tank, you know, or the canister or filter, whatever it is, sponge filter.
Is that Jason trying to show us his tank?
Oh, hold on. Yeah, let me highlight on him so we can see it.
Yeah.
Let it snow. Right? Hashtag let it snow. Hashtag fish fam. Hashtag fish fam forever, or fish fam for life. Hashtag whatever else. I don't care. Jenna Tucker says, yeah, mine's like that.
All right, Jason, you got the stage here.
What are you pointing out, Jason?
You guys see the stuff growing on the wood?
Yeah, an algae. It looks like white algae, right? Or grayish white algae.
It's like brownish.
Maybe it's brown hair algae.
Yeah, it's some type of algae.
And that's from a new piece of wood you brought in, or piece of driftwood.
Yeah, it's been treated quite a few times, so I don't know why it's still growing there. I was thinking maybe I'll throw a couple Odo catfish in this tank.
Yeah. Well, there must be excess nutrients, or that wood is decaying just enough that the algae are right there, and they just keep regrowing. You know, like it's in a crevice you can't treat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
too much nutrient in this tank.
DPK is saying it looks like a red fungus.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. That's what I was thinking it was there, Jimmy. So I'm going to take some of these plants out, wash them off. I'm going to take this wood out and wash it off, too. Look back here, guys.
What's back there?
Kind of growing on.
It's like that white thing?
In the substrate.
Something's decomposing a lot and releasing a lot of nutrients in that area that the plants just can't suck up quick enough. You know what I mean?
I'm starting to wonder if these river rocks are actually throwing out lots of nutrients and minerals or something.
Did you test them before you put them in? What is it, like vinegar or something you're supposed to put on them to make sure they don't...
They were fun. What it could be. I think I know what it is. I think it's the substrate.
What substrate are you using? Eco Complete?
It's fluval stuff. Like, I've never tried it, so I know it throws out a lot of like minerals and stuff. So
trace minerals and all that. Fluval makes a great substrate. Right. From what I've seen from the reviews and people I've talked to. So I think you just got to get some more plants in there. You know, get some autos, put them in there. That way they keep the algae down.
Yeah, but normally I don't ever have this issue with wood. I'll just leave it days. This is the first time this happened in a long time.
Yeah, well, you know, algae, it'll grow where it can grow, where there's enough light or enough nutrients close by. Because, you know, wood is still always, I mean, is that Mopani wood or is that this regular, like, oak driftwood that you found somewhere or something like that, or hardwood? Because that will decompose slower, but still it decomposes. It's not like Mopani wood that takes forever for it to decompose, if it will actually decompose. What type of plant is that right there? Right below you, kind of that bushy fern-looking one. Yeah, that. What's that? I'm sorry, Jason. What type of plant did you say that was?
Wisteria.
Oh, it's wisteria. I thought it was wisteria. It looks really good. So you have that planted right in the substrate.
Yeah, that one was planted in the substrate, and plus it has a 7500K light up above it. So, you know, that fluval spec, the 9-gallon, that has pretty good light on it.
Genesis,
that's what I'm saying. This substrate must contain a lot of minerals and nutrients because, like, these plants only really get broadleafed when it's under the right lighting and have the right nutrients to grow. That brought out, right? That's why they look so good, I think.
Yeah, well, fluval, it's more of an expensive substrate, but it's a good quality substrate. That's what I was going to pick up, but things happen with my finances, like with my credit card and my debit card. So we lost you there, Jason. You must be kind of far from your
black gravel. Good idea. It's about to die, guys.
The battery's dying.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because you were cutting out pretty bad. Yep, he just dropped.
He just dropped.
Yep. Let's see. Big J Aquatics and Vapes in the house. Let's see what Aquarium Tech said. Oh, Jenna Tucker's out. Good night, guys. Good night, Jenna. Aquarium Tech says that Jenna Tucker, if you can get them to fit to the filter, I'd still recommend trying it. They may not clog for you, but it seems to be one of those your mileage may vary things. Well, if you buy the Never Clog air stones, you should be okay. That's the thing. Get them from wherever Corey gets them from. Find them online. Find them on eBay. Phone needs to charge, says Jason. Aquarium Tech says, good luck to Jenna Tucker. So is there any new big things going on for you, Jimmy?
No, nothing big. Lost a few fries, but other than that, no, nothing. Just did a water change today in my 125.
Nice. Well, I've noticed your channel's kind of exploded over the last month or so. What are you up to for subscribers now?
I think 400 something. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
maybe around what you have.
Well, my problem is I've had other real life shit happen, so I haven't been able to stream and get actual more content out where people will sub more. You know?
Yeah.
From what I've been told, due to YouTube, they don't like people so much live streaming because it's harder for them to add advertisements to the stream.
True.
Unless I throw in an ad, like right now, I can add an ad if I'm in the live section. You know, let's see, where is it? Live dashboard. If I go to the live dashboard, I can see it.
And then you have an option to throw an ad in right now, really?
Yeah. For anyone that's on, it doesn't have YouTube Red, it's going to show them an ad. Yep. Let's go to the live part. It's in the stream section. You can add it. I just got to wait till it switches to that. Early morning live stream with Captain Savage Aquatics, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Kayla, see the nano chick? Kayla, long time no see. Hey, Captain. Hey, all. Just dropping in. Dropping a like, going back to editing and bidding. Kayla, take it easy. Thank you for stopping in and showing support.
Yeah, what's Kayla bidding on? Another fish?
I'm not sure.
Maybe she dropped out.
She's doing. Yeah, I don't know if she's already dropped out. So let's see. Fast alert analytics. Let me click on the analytics tab. Maybe it's not on this side. Send feedback, manage. Go back to
DPK just gave a link to Jason.
Yep.
About algae.
Yep. I had red algae in my 10-gallon over there. I just had way too much. It's cyanobacteria. You know what I mean? That's what I had for the red algae. Let's see. Broadcast alert. Let's see. This is the page I want, but I was able to add. Let's see. If you want watch page, info, and settings, let me check in there.
How many cameras you have around you, Brian? It seems like you have like 3 or 4 of them, right?
2. I do have a third camera that I can hook up. It's per camera, they suggest 2 meg upload to be safe for each camera. So I only have those 2. Then I get the slideshow down in the lower left. You know? So my main camera's here that'll do 30 frames a second, 1080p. This one's a 720p that'll do 30 frames, but I want to get the upgraded, I think it's the 960C or 980 for the Logitech, because I have the 920. Maybe it's 920C is the new one, which will shoot 1080p at 60 frames a second. So, Kayla says, I'm bidding on these Elsinoma gilberti. I can't pronounce stuff, so. BPK says it's a fungus red algae / red algae, and it gives you good ways to figure out why it's growing in your tank, Jason. Yeah. Cool. Thecrib.com. Wow. Okay. I'll have to look at that, Kayla. Or
the crib. Yeah, that's from DPK.
Oh, yeah, DPK. Yeah. I wonder if she's bidding on Aquabid.
What is that though that she's bidding on?
I don't know.
Let me see if I can Google it.
Basic info. Add an end time. Nope, don't want to do that.
It's like a little blue fish.
Oh, really? Well, she did say she's.
It might be saltwater too. It's a sunfish of some sort. It might not be saltwater then.
Maybe not. Let's see. Info and settings, advanced settings.
It looks nice, Caleb. You're still in here. It's like all blue.
Save changes. I don't know what changes I made.
Oh, they're known as water sprite killifish.
I can't pronounce it that either, Brian. Laugh out loud. They also known as water spray killifish. Oh, okay. What are you bidding on, Aquabid? Or some other site? I made the news. That's a cool concept, JH Aquatics.
Oh, so you saw the video? Yeah, that was funny. I thought I was watching the news.
Yeah,
I'll
have to check it out after this live stream because that interests me now. Because he did a shout out for me too. So
yeah, he did. He did a shout out for you.
Let's see. Let's go back to the live control room. But I used to be able to add, you know what I mean, do an ad. I don't know if it was from YouTube or the XSplit software right through there where I could just add an ad all the time.
Yeah, I never tried that, so that's why I was kind of curious. Can you do it like live?
Yeah, I can do it live. I can add an ad in there. But when the video processes anyways, YouTube's automatically going to add to it. Oh, okay. That's cool. I'm just waiting for the damn thing to load.
Kayla says she's on Aquabid, yes.
Yeah. Aquabid's awesome. Well, I've heard mixed reviews from it.
They got some good deals, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Aquabid, I'm the nano chick. Oh, nano tank chick. That's cool. I put it in a gaming name because I had an Aquabid account a long time ago when I was at my going through college. This was probably when I was at my parents'. I want to say 8 or 9 years ago when Aquabid first came out. 9 or 10 years since they came out.
It's been that long? Wow.
Yeah. Yep. It's kind of amazing how much time you can put into a hobby, right?
Yeah.
Without even realizing it. Yeah, so I can create a highlight, ads insertion. Monetization must be enabled. An account must be associated with an AdSets counter. I wonder if my AdSets counter got delinked somehow. I'll have to look into that later. Because I was able to do it on my other live stream, so I'm wondering if, like I said, if it didn't get dropped somehow. View on watch page, so I can see the chat easy. JH Aquatics, whatever that, emojis.
I think a happy face, a fish splashing.
Yep. Right. Just waiting for the page to catch up. Wow, my description's long. Let me close that. Show less. Oh, and if for a pro tip for everyone, if you're putting videos up, make your description, try to use all 5,000 characters if possible. It'll YouTube analytics, how they do it, those more found because they'll have more data to apply to their algorithm for your video to be searched.
So max it out then, right? You're saying
as much as don't just put like
junk
300 to 500 words in there. Like I know I put a lot of special thanks to in my thing, which is a lot of it, but I also have like playlists that I want people to check out in there and stuff like that. So use your description as much as you can. Obviously, don't put spam stuff in there just to get more words, but do what you can. I mean, the goal is to be 1,000+ characters in your description. Not 300 or 400, or you know what I mean, only 100 or 20.
Yeah.
And you got to make sure your tags, like how I have this early morning Monday live stream. I have TubeBuddy and Video IQ. I just added Social Blade on here. And based on the tags, I actually take that whole name that is on the stream right now, you know, and I put that in my description as like the first line, and that gives you a lot of power with YouTube's search engine. You know what I mean? For videos, because it can segregate each and every word, or it can put the whole thing. I use that as a tag, and that'll make me like rank #1 in that tag because it's such a long tag.
And yeah, you have every single word, so there.
Yeah, don't keyword stuff.
Don't keyword stuff.
JH Aquatics says, I think you could do a live stream of Molly chasing fish. No joke, she goes from the 55 to the 10-gallon with all the plecos in it. That has about 12 smaller plecos growing out in it right now. But I have that over filtered anyways. I got a 40-gallon sponge filter in there, and there's like got to be 100 shrimp in there at least. Because I added 20 snowballs from Sergeant Tank stock into there. I was kind of iffy about mixing them because I know the cherry red shrimp can go with the blue velvets that I got from Lucas.
Yeah.
So they're breeding like crazy in there. I've added a crayfish to there. So, you know, I might add another 40-gallon sponge filter in there just to be safe. But a 40-gallon sponge filter is overkill for the thing.
Yeah,
Anyways.
That'll be a big sponge filter.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, the 40 one I have is only like this big, right? Probably 6-inch, 8-inch diameter. Actually, maybe not that much.
Maybe it's the one I have in my hand earlier, right? Mine was
Yeah.
a 4-inch, like a 4-inch.
Yeah, 4-inch. It's 4-inch wide.
Yeah.
Yep. And I have a 30 that I probably could, you know what I mean? One of the weird, awkward number sponge filters. It's more tall.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably like a 4-inch diameter, but you know, taller than the regular 40. So it might even be a bigger sponge filter than that. I can't remember. I just got sponge filters galore, which isn't a bad thing. And I like to make my own. Well, all you got to do is get the foam, different size, you know, or different size sponge.
You get a base for it to hold it down. That's it.
Yeah. I don't, you know what my base is? That you should check back. I think I made a video like 4 or 5 months ago. I had an air stone that was like 5 or 6 inches long. I just put the air stone in the middle and wrapped the foam around it in this, I'm like DIY without spending any money. You know what I mean? Type of a thing. You know, based on parts, and I tied it with strips of airline tubing that I had like 6 or 8 inch strips because I don't get rid of airline, you know, tubing at all. Yeah. Unless it's shot, you know. So I tied the silicone around it in 3 spots and wrapped it. So that's what I'm using to filter my 22 bow front, you know. And it's doing an awesome job because the TDS isn't like creeping up. I think last time I checked it, it was right at 325, 350. And I think that's pretty much the German blue rams can go from 250 all the way up to I think 450-ish, high end. So Kayla C. Nano Chick says, I accidentally bought a 70-gallon sponge filter for my 10-gallon tank. That thing is huge. Now that's overkill. Yes. That's like me taking the 125 and putting it in the 10-gallon. Could you do it? Yes. But you really need that much filtration for a 10-gallon?
It probably took half the tank.
Yeah. Well, look, the 125 sponge filter that's from like Backo something or whatever that I ordered online when it came in, man, that thing it's got to be 10 or 12 inches in diameter. The thing's no joke. It's like you need a Hercules or Kung Fu grip to break the, you know, the middle parts apart to this, you know, if you want to add some media in there. So I threw some, not lava rock, but like, what's that Fluval product? Like, not the bio rings, but the other ones where it's really porous in the middle.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of the name right now.
You know what I mean? I threw that media in there because I got that with my aquarium box. I did throw some rings in there too, so that's even more filtration. And I was tempted to take these rocks that I got, that, you know, 25 of those can filter a 100-gallon tank, no problem. due to the surface area. 25 of those, I think. I'll have to look at the thing. I don't know where I put it. Maybe it's in this bin, because I don't get rid of stuff. That way I know where I purchased it. Like, I'll keep one of each thing, even though it's empty. And it could make a cool little air filter that's not see-through. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Drill some holes in it, put a little airline tube to it. Let's see. It's some crazy thing from Brightwell Aquatics. But I think for 25,000 or 25 grams or whatever they call it, these little porous things, they almost look like lava rock. You know what I mean? But they'll have it like for 25 of them. I think I want to say it was 700,000 square meters of surface area or something like that.
Wow.
Really like porous surface, or it was like 7 million meters of. It was. You know, and in that one little thing, there was like 20, I want to say 20 or 25 of those in this little can, you know, plastic thing that you can get through Brightwell Aquatics, their resins or whatever, you know, with the charcoal and the ones you can recharge. It came in that, you know. There's at least 20 stones. So literally I put those stones and I buried my sponge filter in it, you know, that I made, the DIY sponge filter. A couple of rocks fell off from the fish whacking into them. So once I get the substrate in there that I want to get in there, those stones won't move. And then I'm going to probably put some Java fern on it, because those are pretty porous, and some Anubias, and let the roots grow into that. Even, you know what I mean? I know that'll take up some of the surface area if they get into the, whatever you want to call it, you know, the rock or whatever. But I'm not worried about that. That's overkill. That how much I put in there for that bow front. I mean, no joke. What I have there, if I was to put it in my Fluval 404 canister filter, or put it in the trickle filter that I have, you know, the sun trickle, that would be an insane amount of filtration on my big tank. You know.
Yeah.
I'm already doing like right around 2,000 gallons an hour on my 125. That's why I like squeezing out my sponge filters in it. It clouds. I squeeze it out right near the DIY overflow, 1-inch overflow I have. It does cloud the water, but within 5 minutes the water's crystal clear again, because I got the pinky floss filters doubled up, and then I got a blue bonded stuff I got from like my aquarium box. Their take on the like blue bonded, you know, stuff. So I threw that in there too. So there's like triple filtration in there, and then I got the cheap Family Dollar sponges, you know, like those plastic throwaway sponges.
Yeah,
you know?
put it in there too.
Yeah, I put that in my trickle tower. So there's about, I want to say, I think I got the 10 packs. So I probably bought 10 packs, and those are in 2 drawers too. So that's even more filtration, you know. And then I got the sump, or the pump for the sump that push, you know, for the return. That'll do 1,393 gallons an hour, and I figure I lose probably like a couple hundred gallons an hour at least from due to the height. It has to push up and get back into the tank. But plus the 125 filter, I got 2 new 40-gallon sponge filters that I'm seeding off of the 125's water in there too. So there's the crazy amount of filtration in that tank. And yet I'm taking over this conversation, not reading chat. What were you going to say?
No, I just said KG Cichlid just came back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he asked about something about hitting over 2K in one of his videos. What's the most you guys have gotten on one of yours?
Most I have on one of mine, which was probably my first My Aquarium box that I got, has, I want to say 4,500 views right now or so. I got 1,500, I think, in a day and a half or less. I want to say less than 24 hours. When my aquarium box was starting to become pretty big on the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you guys haven't checked out my aquarium box, they do, it's a subscription service. They do saltwater and freshwater boxes, cichlid boxes, frag boxes now. They have a lot of stuff. And it's the saltwater, I think, is $29.99 for the month. It's free shipping. The cichlid box, I believe, is $29 or $27.99 with free shipping. $24.99 for the freshwater, and you get cool products because they're doing things with the big sponsors like I want to say Fluval or Marineland, like big huge sponsors, Brightwell Aquatics. So they get some stuff in those boxes that aren't even out on the market yet. That way the Fish Fam or My Aquarium Box users or subs can see a new product and check it out and do some reviews on it.
How much is the subscription for? Did it go by yearly or what? Or 6 months?
You can pay yearly. You can pay 6 months. It's not cheaper.
Oh,
you know,
it's not,
if you would have, it's the same across the board. I don't know. I'd have to talk to Greg Jones. I've been watching him forever, since he had less than 1,000 subs. You know, probably 10 or 12 years ago. So he's one of the co-owners or co-founders of My Aquarium Box. But I believe because they finally offered 3-month subscriptions, 6 months, and then year subscriptions. But you got to think, how many months? Based that, if you're doing the freshwater box, times that by 25. I'm just rounding up for sake. So what's that? So that's what, $250 for 10 months. So $300 for the year for freshwater. Maybe it's a little less. Maybe they give you a discount. I'm not sure. Actually, I'm wondering that. I'll look it up right now. I do have subscriptions with them. I just have them on hold right now. You know, because they don't send. If the payment doesn't clear, they won't send obviously, they'll send you an email and said this didn't. You know, you can start and stop anytime. There's no penalty, nothing.
Oh, that's nice.
So shop products, and they're always adding My Aquarium Box stuff. You like their own version of it. They actually sell the stone driftwood. Oh, they have driftwood packages now. Wow, I didn't know that. Aquascaping stone. They sell those. Free shipping for the aquascaping stone on all orders over $60. $60+. Extra My Aquarium boxes. The nice thing that's cool about My Aquarium Box, if you missed a month because you couldn't afford or things got tight on your end, you could always, they have a small stock of the previous months. So you might luck out. So if you're missing, like me, I haven't had it for I think 2 or 3 months. I could request those boxes if they still had it for freshwater and cichlid, and they would send them to me for the regular normal cost. They got plant fertilizers now. Branded. Let's see. I think if you have the money and you're not hurting, you can afford it, I'd suggest you really check out My Aquarium Box. It's literally like they say, it's like Christmas every month because you never know what you're gonna get, unless you specifically order like a coral frag kit, a stone kit, driftwood package. Then you'll know, hey, I'm getting this. You know.
So Jenny Lee just got into the stream.
Welcome, really?
Yep. First time.
Oh, welcome, Jenny Lee. Welcome. Let me subscribe to you because that's what I do for my new viewers. Because it's all about the fish fam.
What filtration I'm running the back tank right here, Kevin? I have a Marineland 360 and also a 304B Sun.
Nice. I won. You know what's funny about My Aquarium Box? I won the November, the first month I submitted a video of an unboxing. You can submit a video. You just do hashtag My Aquarium Box, and then they'll be able to pull it up because they search the hashtag My Aquarium Box each month. And I did a video, and I won 260 for free. You know how much that thing goes for brand new? You know, and it was a new product by Marineland at that time, I think. They're 260 or this recently had come out within the month.
They're pretty pricey.
Yeah. Oh, Jenny Lee has almost 4,500 subscribers.
Yeah, Jenny
Jenny
Lee has a lot of subscribers.
Jenny Lee says, "Oh, thank you at Captain Savage Aquatics. I can't wait to see more videos from you." Yeah, I checked some of my older stuff. You can see stuff that's from like 4 or 5 years ago when I was at my going through college at my parents' house. Old videos. I have even older videos than that I just haven't uploaded off my phone. I got them on a hard drive, and I don't know if I want to upload them because compared to where I am now, you know, more confidence in like streaming and posts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I did the first 125 I got. I watched some videos of people doing, you know, reselling their tanks, and I went from there, green as can be. Wow, Jenna, you got some nice fish tanks, and I love your intro video. I'll have to like actually listen to it when I'm not streaming though. It's all about the fish fam.
Just a lot of betas.
Yep. There's nothing wrong with betas. I love betas, man.
Exactly. I have 3 myself. I just got them.
I have 3 right now. I used to have 6 or 7 at one point. Until the one aggressive female that recently passed away. No big deal. I assume it was from, I don't know what it was from, to be honest with you, because I checked all my levels. Everything was good. Maybe it was old age or it had a cancer or something. I don't know. Sometimes fish are this sick and there's nothing you can do for them. It's pretty much one day, looked at it, didn't see any problems, didn't see like the poop look regular, you know, one of those things. But she killed 2 of the other females because I was trying to harem. Because you can add multiple females and they're less likely to be aggressive towards each other compared to the males. So, but yeah, she, yeah, WD-40.
Okay, Cichlid, I don't use that UV light at all. I turned it on just to make sure it worked when I first got the filter, the sun, but ever since then I haven't turned it on. I left the bulb in there because I don't want to take it out, but there's no need for the UV in my opinion anyway. So.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry. I'm kind of getting distracted from the My Aquarium Box website. They've added a lot of new stuff. I remember when this was just came out, like the website and everything. Wow. Yeah, I've put WD-40. I'm going to spray silicone on it. Or actually, I'm just going to eventually, once I get big enough, say 1,000 subs or whatever, and, you know, I got a couple 100,000 views on overall for all my videos, and I start making it, not that I'm in for the money for YouTube, but I start making some money to pay back to, you know, put back into the hobby. That's when I'll upgrade some other stuff. I'll get a new chair. I'm going to start gaming again. So through that, when I was gaming, I did get donations that way for this. You know, some of the people love my stream because I was doing giveaways like almost weekly at one point. Game giveaways for like Black Ops 3. And man, those streams I had not a ton of people in it, but 60, 70, 100 people in there. But there's people obviously in the stream just to see if they can win the package. They'll sub up to you on Twitch or whatever. So UV will clear, KG Cichlid says UV will clear up your water really well. Not that yours is bad, but it does help. Now, if I'm going to keep turtles, I will get a UV filter because that's the one thing I learned. I just didn't want to spend the money on a UV filter many years ago because they were quite expensive. At least where I was shopping at, PetSmart, Petco, the local fish store. You know, I just didn't want to drop $100, $150 on for my turtle tank at that time. On my aquarium box, yep. So, look at this. 45 millimeter diamond hole saw for 1-inch ABS bulkheads, $9.99. Wow. Anywhere I've gone locally to find hole saws that are, you know, diamond hole saws, they want $50 to $100 or more for the hole saw for a 1-inch. You know, but these might be the ones where you can only drill like 2 or 3 tanks and then they're done too. But $9.99 for a drill pole saw is not bad. Let's see. Jimmy H says, I do have 250 or 40 watts UV on my koi pond, though. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Is your koi pond outside, or do you have it indoors?
Oh, it's outdoor in direct sunlight, so
yeah.
I need that.
But it'll keep the algae down, unless you have a ton of plants in there.
I do have plants, but even with the plants, algae still grows.
Yep. That's where you wish you could. They make the tarps that you can put over them that you still can, you know, somewhat see through them. You know what I mean? Yeah. It helps reflect some of the light back. But those things can be expensive depending on how big your pond is.
Oh, my pond is too big for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, when I get a house, that's when I'll build a pond, because I have the know-how this through all my the years I landscaped. I know I can use a mini excavator, dig it out if I'm being lazy. You know, I got buddies that I can borrow a mini excavator from anyways. I just don't have them up here, but I'd be willing to travel back to Massachusetts or whatever and do it. Plus, it's not bad for a half a day. And depending on the pond size, in 2 or 3 hours, you can make a huge mess in a deep, deep pond with an excavator, depending on the size.
That's what I use. I use a Bobcat,
Oh, you use the Bobcat with what, the hoe attachment?
Yep. I had a contractor did the pond to dig the hole and all. I had all the plumbing and everything done myself, but I didn't want to dig the hole myself.
It's easy. Just get DigSafe out there or whatever your local place is to mark where your gas lines and electricals run underground, your water lines, all that stuff. If you get that marked out, stay away from it by a couple feet and you'll be fine. I used to deal with that all the time. We would put storage tanks. We do dry wells for people for their runoff from their house. You know what I mean? Disperse and stuff like that. So I know what it is to hand dig some of that stuff. And we ended up eventually buying a mini excavator, or we just rent it and use the mini excavator, because if you got to move a lot of dirt, those things are quick. And I'm talking a true mini excavator with it has the tracks, like the rubber tracks, the small ones, where they have more breakdown force and they can move more material quicker. But not saying there's anything with the Bobcat one, but you're limited to, I think, 3 or 4, at most 5 feet in depth, you know?
Yeah, I think my pond is about 5.5 feet. That's it.
Well, it all depends on, you're over in what, Cali anyways?
Yeah, so it doesn't freeze over at all. So
yeah, so I'm in upstate New York, and I'm probably going to be here for a while because my son's here with my wife, you know? So yeah, I might be tempted to get a couple of those hole saws and drill my 2 overflows in and use the yellow ABS bulkheads, you know, that they're selling on my aquarium box. You know, because I got a corded drill. So from what I've seen, as long as you can keep enough water on it and keep the blade cool and don't rush it, you shouldn't crack the tank. You know?
Yeah.
And as it is, that glass on my 125, I think it's a 3/4 inch thick glass. So that's going to be a bitch to drill, but it'll be fun. It'll be a cool little project. DPK says, okay, I'm back. I was taking a shower. Laugh out loud. Yeah, right. Jenny Lee says, thanks, Jimmy H. I was already subbed to you. Keep up the great work.
I was just teasing her. I've been subbed to her for a few months now.
Well, I'm now subbed to Jenny Lee, and I'll be checking out her site or her channel. I honestly, like I always say, is I try to, even though I'm subbed to like 600, almost 700 people, I honestly make an effort to watch everyone's channel at least once during the week. You know, that's a lot of channels. That's a lot of time and I'll watch the full video all the way through. It's not like I'm just clicking and then giving you the one hit. What also helps YouTube and help you grow is view time on your videos. You only got people watching for a 6 to 10 minute video, and on your first 30 seconds, you're doing something wrong, you know? Or they don't like your content or something. I don't know. Or your voice. Who knows? But, all right. So let's see. Genevieve, well, she keeps a lot of smaller tanks. What's she do? I don't know.
I believe she has a lot of beta fish, and she also has a cute dog.
Oh, kind of like my Molly that is sleeping on top of both my shoes with her head right now. Okay, I don't know how that's comfortable. I'm not going to say I can watch, you know, if someone, go ahead, sorry.
No, I said I don't know if she has any turtles or anything, but I thought I might have seen turtles. But I know betas and a dog for sure.
Wow, I got a dog. I've been thinking about rescuing a cat because my son has a cat at my wife's place. But I don't know with Molly because she likes to chase things. It's so funny when I bring Molly over to my wife's place or my mother-in-law's place at this point. We're not completely divorced. We're separated right now, but we're going that route. It's amicable, you know, no problems in that front because we have everything set up, you know what I mean, for the most part. It's just working out those finer, like, minute details in the contract we're setting up. So Molly will go over there with me sometimes when I pick up my son, and you should see Molly, or if I had this, like this past winter, I stayed over there some nights because my wife had to work an overnight, and my mother-in-law goes down. She's a winter or snowbird, so right after Christmas she goes to Florida, or by January 1st she's on her way to Florida till April or May, like the 1st of May, and then she comes back to, you know, do her seasonal work, and then she goes back down there for winter. She's semi-retired, but long story short, Molly and the cat play. You know, Molly doesn't chew on the cat. Molly just like jumps around, and the cat will actually chase Molly like a dog. You know what I mean? When the cat's had enough, it hisses and Molly runs away because the cat's whacked Molly a couple of times when she's had enough. Yeah, it's just so funny. I got to record him sometime and just post the video of him. Watch. That'll be the video that goes viral. You know what I mean? Oh, look at that. Matt DLR is in the house.
There you go. Jenny, she says she has 5 betas, cichlids, hamsters, bunny, and a Pomeranian dog.
Nice.
Yep.
I don't have hamsters, but my landlord's trying to get me to take some of them off his hands after he has enough. Once they start breeding. He's like, do you want some? Oh, no, gerbils. Gerbils. I'm like, well, I got fish already. I got a dog. I mean, I guess I could set up a gerbil tank or something like that. He breeds gerbils for his, he's going to go trap a hawk, a younger hawk, a red-tailed hawk or something. He's a falconer, certified falconer. So he hunts with them, and then he'll hunt with that juvenile, you know, younger bird before it has its red tail or red, you know, because they call them red-tailed hawks, before it has its red tail. Because he doesn't want to break up like a family, you know what I mean? Because hawks, once they're like I think a year and a half old, they mate and for life with the other bird. And if you get an adult hawk, yes, you can train it, but at the same time for hunting, but you break up that family, and both parents are needed to raise the young, you know. DPK says Molly is the bomb. Diggity. Yep. Well, she's sleeping right now. At least she's not attacking my tanks with plecos in them. KG Cichlid says red-tailed hawks are here in Cali. Yeah, my landlord uses them to hunt and flush birds out because the birds can see the animals, and then the hawk will dive bomb them for like rabbit and field mice or whatever, and you know what I mean? Different things, different animals that you can hunt.
So, Brian, you want to draw the link out, see if anybody wants to join us?
Yeah, sorry about that. I haven't been paying attention. And if anyone wanted to join, most of the people that, since it's like a mod squad in here, or blue wall, as we like to call it, you guys can look back because I allowed DVR, so someone can see the, you know, the link, you know, up to 4 hours back in the video. And my question is, how long have you been streaming? Because we've been at a pretty consistent 16, which I truly appreciate everyone staying in here. We're almost at almost 2 hours. We're at 1 hour 43 minutes.
You're at 17 now. One just came in.
Yeah. So. Yep. So it's kind of cool. So I might I might go out and use my other cell phone, my V10, and get some footage of my landlord with this hawk, because the zoom on that camera is pretty insane. I think for a little camera like that, it's like by 5 or by 10 zoom.
Yeah.
And it's I think it's a 20 megapixel camera. Don't quote me. I haven't looked at the details. No matter what, it's a 60 megapixel camera, and it'll shoot 1080p at 60 frames a second and do time lapses and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so I'll go out with him. So he's going to go trapping the first day of September, because that's when they're allowed to go trap young or any hawks. And they only keep them for the winter, you know what I mean, to train them for hunting season for that fall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get the bird accustomed to it. And plus, a lot of the juveniles really aren't that great of hunters, but he's at least I take a hawk out that may die due to the winter, even though they can go down to 50 or 60 below, no problem, and be out in the elements. I at least can supply him with like gerbils, mice, you know, whatever, rabbit, because all he does is whatever the hawk catches or points out it gets shot, he'll get the buck shot or whatever he shot it with, or whoever shot it with, he'll freeze that and just feed pieces of that to the hawk. So it's pretty cool.
So he uses the hawk to hunt for him. That's pretty neat.
And he goes out and since he's a falconer and you got to be certified most places to be keep a hawk for yourself, he doesn't keep it year round. He releases it the following spring. So we'll get it September this year, and when it warms up enough in the spring, he'll release it. So it's like catch and release. He just keeps it for 6-8 months to train it, get its hunting skill up, get its spotting skills up, so people will know what's in the area. So it's kind of cool.
JH Aquatics is leaving for the night. Good night.
All right, thanks, JH. I appreciate you being in. Dank Tank says you ever never read by the side of the mountain? I mean, yeah, ever read? I don't believe so. Honestly, I'm not a big reader unless it's something I'm really passionate about, and then I'll find a software that'll read it to me. I've never been a strong reader. I went over my background history myself. Long story short, I was picked on when I was a younger kid, and I was in kindergarten and grade school because I couldn't read or properly write or do math right because I learned a different way. Everything's better now, but I had to go to a special school that taught me in a way I could learn, you know. Long story short, by the time I was done with the special school, I should have just stayed in there because I was already taking college math level classes. And then I went back to public school at like 8th grade or 7th grade, 7th and 8th grade. So I had been with that private school for 4 or 5 years, right? Go to the other school where my sister was going, which is called the Tobin School, or Tobin something school, and did that. And it was like I was going backwards because none of the kids were where I was at because I was doing pre-calc and all that stuff by the time, and I was only like 8 or 9 years old, 10 years old. What are you going to 7th or 8th grade? You know what I mean? Whatever it is, 12 or 13 years old, something like that. So, Tank says, stranded on the mountain island, steals baby falcon, trains it to hunt. Oh, cool. That's cool. Hey, Jenny, says Tanks.
Hey, DPK, you don't want to join the stream? You were on the stream the other night, right?
Which stream? Someone else's? I know DPK said he was waiting to get a better camera.
I forgot what stream. Could be on my stream. I'm not sure.
Well, he did join my stream a while ago, a long time ago. I'll post that. So DPK says, I love reading, but reading in 3 language really sucks because my mind is always translating. Laugh out loud. So big words don't stay in my head. Yeah. Yeah, plus I get bored easily. Like when I was in Iraq, I brought a couple books, like this one book I got before I left, and I probably, while I was there, when I had downtime, I probably read that book 10 or 12 times. And I've read other books of the series because I asked my mother and my parents to send me books and friends and stuff.
Mhm.
So I ended up reading like all the books in that series, and there was supposed to be a new one coming out. But I came back to stateside, and then I went to Okinawa less than 30 days later for a year. So yeah, it was that Jimmy Page and Happy Fish Guy.
Oh yeah, that was the stream. Yeah, Happy Fish Guy.
Yeah. But my phone, do you have a DPK? Do you have a laptop or a computer with a camera on it? Or go somewhere where you can keep the phone plugged in constantly on a charge. I don't know how well if you have a smartphone, but most smartphones that are newer have the rapid charge up to like 50% if you give it like 10 minutes. And I honestly, I got a 10-foot cord for my my V10, and as long as it's plugged in, usually my fast charger, because it's a fast charger, will charge 1% quicker than it's draining. You know what I mean? So it's barely gaining, but it's just enough to keep it going. My problem is when I have to plug it into the charger, the battery gets so hot from charging and using the juice it's doing. After about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes, it auto shuts down because it's too hot. And there's nothing I can do. There's no prompt. Do you want to stay or whatever? You know, at this to save the CPU and you know all that, it shuts down.
Yeah, my phone shuts down all the time when I try to do streaming.
Mm-hmm.
So TBK say nope, not yet. Aquarium Tech says I like listening to podcasts because I can work on things while I'm listening.
See, that my thing is, if this stream, if I was to take this whole stream and put it on a podcast, kind of like how Corey does some of his streams, he just takes the vocal, you know what I mean? The, you know, whatever it is, the sound wave, right? From the whole conversation, breaks it up, you know, almost like you're editing a video and then does a podcast with it. I know he does live podcasts too, but I've been tempted to do that of some of my older videos that really you don't need to see to be able to picture it if I'm telling a good enough story. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because I listen to Corey's podcasts while I'm driving to and from work. You know what I mean? I download them right to my phone or either my S5 or the V10, and I just listen to it in the truck as I'm going, and I just put it through the Bluetooth.
Sergeant
I
Tank?
guess you could go ahead.
No, Sergeant Tank just got in.
Oh, Carlos still has a flip phone. Oh, shit. Yeah. Sony Ericsson. Well, who was I going to give that laptop to? Oh, no, my old gaming rig, too. I can't remember. He contacted me through Facebook. I'll have to look back. He said he'll pay shipping. I want to almost say it was...
I think it's JH Aquatics.
Yeah, JH Aquatics. I got to get in touch with him.
Yeah, because he mentioned you on the video.
Yeah, so DPK, if you want a laptop, I got an i5 Dell laptop that has a 720p camera built into it. So it's probably going to be better than your phone camera. And you just hook it into, it has Wi-Fi. So you just hook it into your Wi-Fi and you can literally have that computer. All you'd have to do is get I'd factory reset it. So, you know, if you need something, it's just my i5. I got it for college. It was supposed to be originally an i7 with a 1080p or awesome graphics card, but something it refreshed and it lost all my thing inside, and I didn't realize it had done it because the laptop was going to be like $2,500 brand new based on everything. So it's almost like I was building an Alienware laptop at the time. But I lost it, so I got an i5. It's 8 gigs of RAM. It can be upgraded to, I believe, 12 or 16 gigs of RAM. It has 8 in it, though. It has a 500 gig hard drive in it. I'd suggest switching that over to a solid state drive. It's really easy to do. And you can buy a 500 gig solid state drive for like $100, I think, 125. If you're interested in it. And the i5 strong. It's actually faster than the 6-core 1100T AMD processor. That computer, the i5 kicks the crap out of that processor, even though it's an older one. So, because AMD, their cores aren't as strong. Let's see. TPK Fish Aquarium says, laugh out loud, Jeremy. It's old for sure. Crappy yraheta. Yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about, that type of phone. RAM. Back's killing me. Trying to take mind off of it. Yep, i5 on my PC. i5 is still pretty strong. I mean, it's a quad-core processor. So, I mean, you'll be able to stream to YouTube on it really easy. The graphics card's not all that great. But, I mean, I've done Skype calls with it before while I was at school. And on their Wi-Fi, and it was decent quality. DPK Fish Aquarium says, poor people like me can't afford expensive phone. Laugh out loud. Boy has to be on a budget. Laugh out loud. Yep. And building a PC is cheap too, but that's how I built mine. But, you know. So, DPK, if you're interested in a laptop, just let me know. Hit me up on Facebook. Tank says, DPK, you just choose to buy other things. It's all good. Yeah, he buys fish stuff. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yep, buy fish stuff.
Mm-hmm. So that's another project me and my son will do. Well, I'll dig that gaming computer out for JK Aquatics, right? I think it's JK, right? Or JH Aquatics. I'll bring it to the post office, get it weighed, and see what it's going to cost to ship. Tank says, I can't even edit videos on my computer. That kind of sucks. I've already promised my old gaming rig to JK Aquatics. So, I mean, the i5 should be able to edit video. But the graphics cards, I think 1 or 2 gig graphics card, but like a mobile card for the laptop. So it's not the greatest one. But I did have one that was supposed to be like, at the time, I think it was the, they had the 580s or 590s or whatever, or the 6 series out for graphics cards at that time. And I was going to get that graphics card, and it was going to be a 6 gig or 4 gig card for the laptop. But like I said, that shit didn't happen. Yep, I think they sell external graphics cards now. Yeah, you can just literally plug and play with it.
Yeah, they do sell those.
So technically, you could supersede that as long as you plug the graphics card into a fast enough USB port. And my laptop has the USB 2.0, so you couldn't put a very strong external graphics card on it because this doesn't have the bandwidth. What's the 2.0 do? Like 400 what? I think 250 to 300 megs per second through USB 2.0, and the USB 3.0 does like 600 or something. I can't remember the specs on that shit. And this is why I'm going to do a tech channel. I'm going to actually start up a tech channel and get my gaming channel going again. So I'm going to be quite busy doing a bunch of different things.
Yeah, that's nice. That'll be nice.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I got like 25 to 30 subs on my gaming channel. Of course, I've lost some. I probably might not even have any subs with the Google algorithm working, you know?
Yeah.
Just because the account's been inactive so long and the people haven't viewed any videos.
Yeah.
You know, I'd stream World of Tanks. I'd stream Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2, any other FPS games, any other stuff. I'm tempted to stream some games from my V10 that I might play, like Clash of Clans or something.
Yeah.
Because you can get the software in this right through YouTube. You can stream it right through the app. You know, they have different apps for that, and I'll just have it streamed to YouTube, to my gaming channel or something. Oh, okay. Matt DR says, I think USB 2.0 is like 480 megs per second. That's what I thought. I thought it was right around 500, but 3.0, I think he gained another 300 to 400 megs per second. Oh, okay. Joe Gillett says, Brian, you know what the latest thing is on YouTube? Watching Marine Silent Drill Team vids. Yeah, I watched a lot of those. I actually had a drill. One of my drill instructors when I was going through boot camp was on the Silent Drill Team for about 5 to 8 years, somewhere in that time, that amount. 3.0 is about 650, but still, you got to think of graphics cards throughput is a lot more than that. It'll do a gig to some cases. Some graphics cards will do 5 gigs through the board because that's linked right into your motherboard. Your motherboard's going to be able to handle that, and if you're going through a USB, it's going to get bottlenecked. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, the USB can't handle it. You have to be. It has to be internally then.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, the cord that you're using has to be like a SATA 6, and you have to get in there and hope your motherboard has like a SATA 6 port or something like that where it can do 6 gigs a second, right? Or 5 gigs a second. And you use that cord and you feed it in, and you got the power supply from the graphics card, and that you do it that way. Joel Gillett says, upgrade to a farther board. You're funny, Joel. Welcome. Oh, they use the lightning ports of the Firewire, I think. I can't remember what the hell it's called. It's been too long. Excuse me. Or you know what you do on a laptop? You just take the board out and do your, if you're into circuitry and stuff like that, or electronics, you can modify the board yourself. Take out the different transistors, add new transistors in, take out the chipset, add a new chipset, you know, right to the motherboard. That's one of the shops when I was going through high school that I looked at is electronics. And we actually built our own little motherboard, that like an 8-bit motherboard, and we could plug it in right into the computer, and it would show the game we made. It was like a Hangman game on that little, you know, chipset or whatever that we built, which was pretty cool. I miss that stuff. Matt DLR says, I edit videos on my Chromebook. Yeah, Chromebook's cheap too. A couple $100. And I think those have i5 processors in them, depending. Don't quote me, or it's i3.
Is that
that's what we use at my work to log in with, is the Chromebooks, because we got a new software. So we log in through the Chromebooks, and we'll be able to type up our notes for the residents we support here coming by this fall or early winter of this year. By November, they guarantee it's going to be pushed out. They call it Precision Care, that part of the software where we can, do our notes online. And based on, the company's right now scanning in all the notes for all the residents for the last like 2 or 3 years, most recent notes. That way you can just right from a menu, you can just change the wording a little bit if you're doing like the same notes, because you'll eventually find that you're doing the same notes over and over. You know what I mean? Within reason. So, yeah.
I think DPK just joined us.
What's up, DPK?
Hey, Brian. Hey, Jimmy.
Hey.
How you doing?
Just here checking on the... Huh?
I think he said he was checking on YouTube to make sure it was me that...
We can hear you earlier.
Yeah.
Just,
I can hear you
YouTube. Now. Okay.
Okay.
So you're streaming through your phone right now?
Yep.
Your little flip phone? That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Do you have a tablet or anything?
It'll freeze up or the battery will die really quick.
Yeah. No, do you have a tablet or anything like that? Like an iPad or anything like that?
I think I got a tablet. I think I do. I gotta look for where I put it at because I had a Android tablet, but I gotta figure out where I put it at because since we were like packing last year to move out, so everything is still like in boxes.
Well, if the tablet, you
But I'm
could
gonna see if I
stream
can.
from. You could stream from your tablet, and that has a bigger battery than the cell phone. You know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that then.
Yeah, either the front-facing camera or you use the back camera. Usually, the backside camera has more megapixels. The front side camera that you're pointing at, like if you were to do like a vlog, that side camera is usually less pixels. Now, for my V10, they're both the same pixels, you know, megapixels. So the Thunderbolt Aquarium text saying it can do 20 gigs a second. Yeah, so that's not bad.
Oh, wow.
And I got the Thunderbolt on my motherboard for my gaming computer that I'm streaming from right now. So that's good to know.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're down to 10 viewers, I think.
Yeah, it's getting late on the East Coast.
Oh, well, also we're talking about we're geeking out on tech. You know?
Instead of fish, right?
Yeah.
Well, this late at night, it's whatever the chat goes to, you know?
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people like the streams because I'm so real. You know, I don't lie about shit, you know?
Yep, no need to.
You like, don't joke. I was talking about my financial problems, not that I'm asking for money from anyone or anything like that, but my payments didn't process as properly, even though I had the money on my credit, you know what I mean, in my bank account. I pay the last 3 months to catch up on my truck payment. Not that I was more than like 30 days late with the payment. I was paying 2 payments a month for the last 3 months. That's like $1,000 a month in payments, right?
You caught up now, right? So
yeah, I'm flush with that. So now that frees up a whole more money that I'm going to pay, make sure my credit card is completely paid off. And I'm hoping that extra payment I was paying a month, I can just bank that, you know, because it was hard when I first moved into this apartment, but I'm finally slowly starting to be able to catch up. So.
yeah, that's awesome.
Joel Gillett says, yeah, like you said the other day, Brian, people see bullshit anyway. Haha. Yeah, right? Everyone can bullshit. You can't bullshit a bullshitter. You know what I mean? Come on. So, long story short, I was going to get the cinder blocks and the wood this past week. I keep saying I'm going to build these racks and stuff, and then all that shit hit my account, and I'm like, what the? You know, kind of like, what the blank of the blank. I know I'm ad-libbing because my son asked me not to swear on the stream. I know he's asleep, but my son will come home if I stream or make any videos, and he'll watch it, and he pointed out every video that I swear in. You know? He's like, Daddy, don't swear. So it's like, But it is what it is, right? But, oh, Carlos was showing some of his fish tanks.
Yeah, you can see here there's a little baby bristle speckle right outside of the breeding net. And there's actually there's more out here. There's 2. I got like 6 of them that I was able to grab them and put them in my little breeding net thing. And then the nest is like right over here. Let me see if the camera will pan over.
You just got to be real steady with your camera because a lot of the time when you move quick, since you have an older phone, the camera can't keep up.
Yeah. Okay, let me see if we can pan
the only thing I could suggest, I don't know if I know they make a tripod and you can get tripods pretty cheap. I think I got mine for $14-15 off of Amazon, and it came with the cell phone clip. You should see if they make one for a flip phone. You know what I mean? And if you could use that, then you could slowly pan it with a tripod, you know? But it looks like your mollies are doing great.
Yeah, they're doing a lot better. Getting bigger.
Now, is that a big sword plant on the left?
Yep. That's I believe it's a flame sword.
Oh, okay.
And it's pretty big. I mean, if you can see my hand, I mean, compared to it, it's huge. That's a pretty big plant.
Mm-hmm.
See, all I do is like I just put that mix that I do with clay and potassium, and then I put a little bit of magnesium in the clay and a little bit of calcium in it. And that's all I put for the roots for that plant, and it's growing like crazy.
Oh yeah, this like I have a lot of I have some Miracle potting soil which has a 3-month solar reefs fertilizer in it, and I've looked at the analysis. I won't put it in my shrimp tanks because it's a little bit more copper. If it was like 5 zeros then a 1 or 4 zeros then a 1, I wouldn't care about it because it's small enough quantity I'm going to put in the tank, you know. But I'm going to make all my tanks. I'm going to mix it with dirt, pretty much topsoil. Oh, Rum Mug, the York is in the house. What's up, Rum Mug?
Hey, Carlos, what are you showing us? Is that Amazon sword?
Yeah, this is the Amazon sword. They're not doing that well though in this tank though. I don't know what's going on. They're getting a lot of holes, so I've been increasing the potassium in this tank to see if it stops doing that.
Have you looked up Carlos online to see what holes it caused from for those plants?
They said usually it's either potassium or my nitrate levels are low.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'd ferret the tank.
Yep, I do fertilize. Yep.
Are you using liquid or are you using dry ferrets?
I'm using dry and liquid.
Really? And it's still not helping?
Yeah, it's still not helping. Or
then you know what? You probably got to dose it heavier.
Yeah, probably that. That's what I'm gonna have to do because they're pretty big. I mean, they're about I want to say 6-7 inches tall, so they're pretty big.
Plus, your other plants look like they're doing fairly okay. So this might be there's too many plants. The other plants are too big, and everyone's competing for all those nutrients. So I'd suggest whatever you're using right now, maybe add another 50% to it. So I don't know how you're dosing, but for my aquarium, Aquarium Co-op, when I got his Easy Green and my 10-gallon planted tanks with all the duckweed and stuff, it said 1 squirt per 10 gallons. I found that 1 squirt wasn't enough for my 10 gallons because they were eating so many nutrients. I would squirt 3 or 4 squirts 3 or 4 times a week, almost daily, right? And they would just eat the nutrients. Boy, did they take off. And it wasn't like I was making the water toxic because the duckweed pulled the stuff out so quick and the other plants pulled the stuff out so quick, the fish weren't getting sick from like chemical burn, you know what I mean? I would test it 4 to 6 hours later, and my nitrate levels would be almost 0 again, you know?
Oh, wow.
And, you know, that's crazy. They're not obviously doing that right now, so I got to start. I might get some more Easy Green, but I do have Miracle Grow that I found where it's 0.00, like 5 zeros, and then a 1 of copper, which I did treat with dose. I mixed it up into liquid form. It's kind of the powdered, you know, like a dry, which you mix into liquid, and I did add it to my tank. I know technically I don't have to mix it. I could just mix it straight into the aquarium, but I would rather put it in like a gallon jug or something like that. And then I use Aquarium Co-op squirter because I always keep those squirters, and I put that stuff into the Easy Green, and I've been hitting that. You know what I mean with that calculation. I think it's as strong as Aquarium Co-ops, if not stronger. So I'm not dosing as heavy for those tanks anymore.
Yeah,
I really should have done a little like DIY video on that, showing how I mix ferts up. Because I do have a fertilizer background. I got my pesticide applicator's license from Massachusetts from being a landscaper. So I know how to mix fertilizers and what quantities. Honestly, all it is basic math. And if you have a scale, that'll do like, you know, grams and less. You know what I mean? Like ounces and all that stuff to get the proper mix of all different dry ferts and stuff like that. So let's see. We got 4 people in here. We got Jimmy. Oh, we got Happy Fish Guy in here. What's up, Happy? And we got Carlos, DPK Fish Aquariums. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, Happy.
Hello. And I just wanted to swing in real quick and say hi. I'm at work taking a break. I've been getting to catch your stream off and on, little bits here and there. but I seen that DPK was here, so I just had to swing in and say hi, DPK, for Carlos. And hi, Captain, and hi, Jimmy. And I was trying to get in earlier, but I instantly, my boss was like, hey. I was like, damn it. So how's your guys' night going? Fun, fun, fun from the sound of this stream.
Oh, yeah. I always love when people join the Hangouts, and I've been neglecting the Hangouts lately and been choosing to use my application software. I know through OBS you can have Hangouts open. I've been so lazy and watching the other, trying to support the fish fam, really have been slacking in my other stuff. But I just have to look up how to set XSplit so I can port Hangouts and have XSplit look perfect and not show the gray borders and the scenes and all that stuff like that. It'll just be, whatever's in the black box right there.
Yeah. Oh, OBS, you can use Hangouts with it?
Yeah. Chaz put up a video.
Oh, Chaz,
right,
okay.
of how he does it. Now, I was tempted to look at Chaz's video because OBS and XSplit are very similar programs. Only XSplit's a paid program where you can get more plugins, like the YouTube plugin where you don't have to go searching all over the internet for OBS. I don't know if they added that plugin yet.
Yeah, OBS is free, though. That's why. Yeah,
exactly. And XSplit, I pay, I think it's like $99 for the year, but they got a lifetime subscription, and with me being a vet, they give me 50% off. I don't feel like shelling out $300 for or 152. Or I think it actually was $220 with tax for lifetime subscription, which is not bad. $220, that's not bad at all. But I don't know. I'm trying to justify the cost. Maybe when I start getting big enough and have a lot more subs or something. Not that I'm in it for the subs. I'm in it for the fish, man.
So Dang Tank said he is running some general cure and some ick-X on his 33 long. What's going on? What's going on there, Danks? You got an ick infection?
Well, either that or he's got new fish and he's quarantining them in
there.
What I've been doing lately, whatever fish, I haven't been using my quarantine tanks for what they're supposed to be used for. I'm just adding the fish directly to the tanks and just dosing the whole tank. Screw it, right? If the fish are healthy in the tank you're sending them to, like I'll climatize the fish I'm going to enter, you know what I mean? The fish I'm going to enter into the tank, to the water, over an hour or 2 hours, depending on the size of the fish. I'll climatize them, and then once that's set, I dump that water into another 5-gallon pail, you know what I mean? And then transfer the fish by net. And I actually leave, usually the net I use, I'll leave it in the water with like general cure, the erythromycin or whatever else I'm using to treat the tank, the ick-X. That way it kills whatever the fish, if it had any type of parasites on the outside, it kills whatever parasites might have gotten on that, the fish net.
Smart, super smart.
What's going on with you, Dan? I think Remug saying hi to you.
Man, I don't have chat right now. I mean, I don't have. Yeah, I can't see chat, which sucks. But I'm at work right now, just taking a little 5-minute break. And I got
What? Sorry, Happy. You know how you get the chat? If it's a newer computer or Windows 7 or Windows 10, do the split screen, open up the YouTube live stream that's muted, and then have the Hangouts on the other split. You know what I mean? That's what I usually do. So I have Hangouts. I have 2 monitors, though. So I have Hangouts on one side of that screen, and then I have the YouTube, the live stream popped up, muted. And then I have my XSplit open, so on my other screen.
Yeah, I'm stuck on my phone at work, so.
Yeah, when you're on your phone, you can't really see the chats.
Mm-hmm.
So hey everybody in chat, I'm Dan. I'm the Happy Fish Guy, and I like to do late night streams like these guys. I love to have a lot of fun talking about fish. That's why I'm jealous I'm at work right now, because I only got about another 2 minutes to hang out with you guys and have fun and share a laugh.
I guess DPK lost the connection. Yeah. Well, I mean, I appreciate you stopping in. Happy, you're always welcome. Always welcome.
Thank you, thank you. You guys make me smile. Jimmy with your incredible fish, Captain with your sense of humor, and the fact you stream all the time.
Is that what they call it now?
Sense of humor, huh?
Yeah, right.
So, but yeah, it was just fun to see. Like you had Carlos in there. I just seen just a whole slew of fun people.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was talking to Jason, which he's probably asleep at this point because he has to work in the morning. Jason or Fish Tropic, that we got to get the Saturday night triple threats going again. Oh, look at that! Timothy Michael is streaming live now, but he's doing a drum rock session
on his music channel, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Jason's still in here. Wow.
Oh wow! So. My thing is, if me and Jason, if we have the time on a Saturday night, we get the thing going, and then we have a special guest for the third or fourth person or whatever. He's listening. Cool.
You just had like so many fun people. Though, like I seen Fish Tropic and Down the Wormhole, and I was like, man, back to work.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I think I should be done here in about an hour. Then I have about a 45-minute drive home, and I might stream when I get home tonight. If you guys are still on, I'll just join your guys' stream and heckle you. Way easier.
Yeah, I'm probably honestly going to get off within the next 25 minutes because my son's going to getting up somewhere between 6 and 7. So I should try and get a little bit of sleep, but yeah, I don't sleep much anyway. So that's what they make coffee for. Right.
I just like the fact that you do like a 4-hour live stream. It just allows everybody to get in, say hi, have that little bit of fun they need, and then this just brightens my day. I'm going back to work with like an extra skip in my step now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
I'll blame that on Jimmy and you.
Blame away. Blame away.
Carlos is back in the house now.
I'm back.
That's half the reason I had to get on Hangouts, just to come say hi to Carlos.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Dan.
Hey.
Well, Carlos, like I said, that offer, if you're looking for a laptop to stream with or whatever, let me know. Contact me on Facebook and we can work some details out.
Cool. I'll let you know.
Because, no joke, it's just collecting dust. I'm just getting rid of shit. I'd rather give it to someone that can use it,
True.
Rum Mug says he works tomorrow, but I'm in the middle of cleaning my flower horn tank. Interesting. I have the flower horn in with the big Oscars. Clean orc fish. You're gonna let me pet you this time, Texas? Miss Texas. It's funny how interactive fish will be with you once they get used to it.
Yeah, that's true. They do.
All right, you guys, I better head back to work and get something done. But thank you so much for the fun and the great smiles and the fish fam love.
All right, Dad.
Hope to catch all you guys soon, and always great to see you, Carlos.
Thank you, brother.
All right, take it easy.
All stay strong, and all hopefully have huge smiles in your life till I get to mess with you all again.
Okay.
All right, Dan. Thanks for stopping.
All right, I'm out. Later, Jimmy.
All right, take it easy.
Later, Carlos, and thanks again, Captain.
Yeah, no problem. All right, guys. I'm gonna. I have to use the bathroom real quick and do a couple little things. See if my dog Molly needs to go out one last time, just to be safe.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Plus, I started up my bad habit again of smoking. Got stressed over the last 2 weeks or whatever, so I'm gonna go smoke a sit and burn one real quick. I'll be right back in. So if you got Carlos and Jimmy, if you feel like talking and taking over for a bit, feel free.
Sure.
Keep it going. Don't mean to drop the stream when it's me hosting it, but yeah. Or YouTube's hosting it, but you know what I mean.
You gotta do what you gotta do, Brian.
You're right. All right, guys. Ollie will be back.
Who else is still in here besides Fish Tropic, Rum Mug, Dank Tanks, Carlos, myself?
Yeah.
Should be a few more.
I just lost video.
You're still on. I still see your fish tank.
You see, yeah, nothing on my side. I just see black. Yeah. But yeah, you can. Let me see if you can see. Can you see the rams?
I can see your tank. I can't see them moving.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably froze up again. Let me just get out and try again one more time to see.
Actually, it's working now. You'll go. Yeah, it is. I'll just stop talking because I can't highlight you. I don't have the main mode. So go ahead and talk, and then
okay.
I'll shine on you.
Yeah, I mean, you can see. I mean, the male and the female ram. I'm trying to go 2 days. Males, look at how big he got. It's looking really nice. I gotta get this tank balanced out because I'm getting way too much blackbeard algae. So I order a UV light so I can get rid of it because I don't want to use CO2 in this tank. And then I got another fish which is already out of quarantine. Let me see if I can get it. I think it's either a rainbow gunion or a purple spotted gunion. Let me get. There we go. Here he is. He's coming out. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah, we can see it. The one with blue and yellow, right?
There we go. He's still small though. I think they get up to like 6 inches.
Oh wow. And
he's doing really good. I wanted to get like 3 more because I know there was one that looked like almost like a female. And I was like, man, I should have got them because I read it's supposed to be like endangered in the wild right now. I find it like in a hobby, but like in the wild they're rare. And then I got
So how big is he now? Is he
I believe that's
3 inch?
Huh?
Is he like 3 inches?
Yeah, it's almost close to 3 inches. Just female right there. It's a lot bigger.
Yeah.
And then this one I already got it out of quarantine, which is gourami. That's the female, blue, right here with this blue powder gourami. And the Australian rainbows, they're getting big really quick, but I don't see any of them that it's going to be a male though. I only see one that could be possible females, which is a good thing. At least I got one male out of that group. Male and female turquoise, that's the male. He's flashing a lot, and then that's the female. Mani.
Cool.
And then the female's right behind her. I'm gonna try to breed those, the Bosmanis, since they're more popular in the turquoise. And then there's my Wonder Killie, which I had a female, but the female, when I did the transition, when the tank started leaking really bad, that I had to move all the fish from that one 10-gallon to the other 10-gallon, and I lost the female. So I had another female for him and start breeding those, since they're pretty easy to breed. But hopefully I can get this blackbeard algae under control. Because I know I probably, huh?
No, it says, is the blackbeard algae, is it affecting the fish's health or just cosmetic stuff?
No, just the plants. I mean I mean, some of them, like the mollies, will eat it, and then sometimes the guppies will pick at it, but it's not like hurting the fish at all. I mean, I've been cleaning this tank of like almost every 3 days, and I get algae, so I guess it's still like getting established.
Yeah,
it's like green algae. It should get established. Because I don't mind algae at all. I mean, as long as it has a little bit, but not like this blackbeard stuff. I can't stand that stuff.
It's all over the place.
Yeah, it's everywhere. I mean, if you can see these plants right here, I mean, it's covered. And then this one, I just collected this one from my there all the way up to this side. It's growing like crazy. It's really nice. Ooh, trying to bite me, the female.
Looks like you have a lot of fish in that tank, though, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit overstock. But I got 2 sponge filters in there. I mean, one that Jeremy sent me, which is pretty big, and then I have another big one hidden in the back on the other side. And then I'm planning to probably put a canister in this tank just to like extra filtration. But it's well overstocked. I got to move a lot of fish. I got the mollies in there temporarily, so they can eat up the blackbeard algae until I get the UV light, and then they can go back to the 55 where they came from. And then the Australian rainbows, I'm waiting them to get a little bit bigger so I can move it to the other 55 long. So I can move them over there with the other rainbows, since my rainbow colony over there went down a little bit from old age and stuff. Oh yeah, that's what's doing so far in that tank. And then over here, I don't know, I'm debating if I should move this Florida flagfish to that tank, because I know it will eat the blackbeard algae. I know that for a fact. And here I only have like guppies, platies, and only like 2 or 3 mollies in here. And then I have this one bumblebee one up here, which I'm trying to get a female for him because the female didn't make it when I got him. I guess it was too sick.
You have a lot of guppies right there, right?
Yeah, this tank is like way overstocked with guppies. But I have a huge sponge filter, which you can't see it. It's back here. It's like actually it's ready for. Then I have it here, which I use for extra filtration, and then I got a hang on the back on top. And I do water change almost in all my tanks. I do water change every 2 days.
Wow, that's a lot of of changes there.
Yeah, I'm lucky that I don't have to pay water, because in the apartment where I live at, they don't charge for water. So I'm taking advantage of it while I can, until I can get more tanks, and I have to so I can do less water changes.
Yeah, you live in
because it's a lot of work, man. Every 2 days.
Yeah, every 2 days.
I feel like, man, I'm just gonna do water changes.
But you don't do it all one time, right? Do you split it up, or do you do all your tank in one day?
No, I do all my tanks at one time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I start usually the ones in the living room over here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 6 tanks in the living room. So I do those 6 first, since it's right next to the window, and I just pump all the water straight through the window. And it goes into the plant, so I have to put it down the drain just in case it has anything, I don't want it back into the water system here.
At least you water in the plants.
I water the plants that's right in front of my window. There's some nice little bushes there.
They're probably growing good too, huh?
Yeah, they've been flowering up like crazy, and then the office people was like, "Man, these plants been going crazy," and I just don't say anything. I was like, "Yeah, they must be really healthy."
Fish water.
Because they trimmed that bush like every 2 days, exactly. And I was like, "Oops, I guess I'm gonna have to keep on cutting the bushes." I don't know if you can see this right here, the little baby albino bristlenose pleco. It's right.
Yeah.
There. I mean, it's so tiny. Let me see if I can get it. There it is.
Yeah.
It's like any. There's more than that. Let me see if I can get in the coconut cave. That's where the babies are at. The male's actually fanning them. I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can do something so you can see it better. It lets me. My phone keeps on. But yeah, there's about, from what I counted inside that little vase, I counted total in the 6 that I already have in the little breeding net. And then I just saw another 5 a little while ago, like swimming around the tank, around all the glass and stuff. So there could be more. I just don't know how many because they're so tiny. And then let me go to my 55-gallon, the other one, which I have to clean really bad, but I haven't cleaned because I have fry in here. My angels just bred.
Oh, really? Just bred, huh?
Yeah, they just spawn again. Yeah, I hope they make it because that's like the 3rd time that they spawned in this tank and they didn't make it. I mean, they got to a point about to hatch and then they didn't hatch. So I'm hoping this time they will hatch. Yeah, I like these guys.
Oh, yeah.
That's the male right here.
Black and gold.
I gave David a couple of those. He loves them. And then I got this red Iranian rainbow, which I'm trying to get a female those two. And then I got a Pakistani, which is this one up here. Gold silver, like.
I think we may be losing DPK, huh?
Yeah, lagging right now. Here, now it's frozen. Your video just froze. I think we just lost this.
All right, I'll take it off of him. Don't mind me on this on Facebook on my phone while you know he was talking. His phone probably got about.
He was showing us all his tanks.
That's nice.
I didn't know he had that many tanks. So you have 6 in the living room and I think a few more in the back or something.
Yeah, I have 10 or 11 tanks set up myself right now.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I only have 6.
What's that?
No, I said I only have 6.
Well, I got 3 tents in the bedroom, the 2 tents over here, so that's 5. I consider my tote a tank at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the 7, big one 8, the 55 9, the 22 10. Then my son's little bluey tank is 12, which is a 2.5 gallon for his veil-tailed beta, and then I got a 20 long sitting on my kitchen table because you know what I mean. We don't usually eat at the kitchen table, to be honest with you. Once in a little, great while. We'll sit here on my computer, watch YouTube or something, and eat together. So we're like still together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I think DPK dropped the stream. I wonder what his internet's like, because if he's going through Wi-Fi, which if he's on his phone, I know money's tight for him, but he might have to up his Wi-Fi, or I mean his internet a little bit.
Yeah, I got issue with my phone too. When I'm on my phone, even though on Wi-Fi, it cuts me off. So I hop on the laptop, and it doesn't cut me off. So I don't think it's the Wi-Fi. I think it's the phone.
Well, it could be the throughput of the phone too. You know what I mean? It can't keep up with live streaming unless it's a fairly new phone. I mean, maybe
it's a 3-year-old phone, so it's not that old, but it's not that new, right?
Well, it's probably got a different Wi-Fi card in it, a different NIC card that can only handle so many megs up and so many megs down too.
Yeah, it drops me. Like last night, I tried to use the phone to walk around with the tanks, and it dropped me like 10 times in a amount of maybe 20 minutes of streaming.
Really? And do you have a pretty good wireless router in the area?
Yeah, I'm right next to it, like 10 feet away. So it's
wow.
Yes, it's not that. I think it's the upload speed or whatnot.
Yeah. The upload's where it's really at, because I have like 6, somewhere between 5.8, depending on the day and how much people are using the lines in the neighborhood, to like 6.8. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking of going to business class because then it makes it my traffic priority. Yeah. So, and it doesn't degrade my traffic. You know what I mean? What I need.
It costs more though, right?
I think they said if I was to do internet and phone, it would be like $90 with tax. But I got the cable TV. You know what I mean? Too. So it's like, and they're two different branches of the same company for Spectrum. So you got your regular like residential package, and you got the business. And business, you don't get as many channels. You can't get a DVR for the business because it's truly most businesses don't DVR stuff at work. You know what I mean? So, which makes sense. They're like, oh yeah, you could get the HD box, but it's going to be like, I think for residential, like the box I have is like $11 a month, but it's actually free right now for a year. You know what I mean? Based on my plan, but it's normally $11. They're like, yeah, well that bumps up to about if without the DVR, just the HD, it's like $15 a month just for that. Excuse me, but I'm thinking of dropping my cable service, the cable TV as it is, because if I just have, it's cheaper with the three-way, but if I was just to go to business, I priced it out. It's $90, so I'd be paying about $40 less a month in taxes and fees.
Yeah, and
I'd have priority on the line. So they're like, well, what's your upload speeds? And I told them I'm like somewhere between 5.85 and up to like 6.5 roughly, maybe high sixes once in a great while, like when my landlord's not here. You know, because they're going over the same coax cable, both of us, you know. But they said the coax cable has enough throughput because it's a newer cable, has enough throughput where it doesn't affect either of us, you know what I mean, per se. But if I had the business class, I think they would run actually, I wouldn't even be on that residential line that's coming into the house. They would run a whole new line coming into the house, a thicker cable, and I'd have the same router I have now for the business class. It just would be switched to business class. Like they just take that router and repurpose it for business. And
I don't
they turn on a couple things in the firmware. That way it's business and I get priority on the line, you know?
True. So Rumbug said he dropped cable. Yeah, I dropped cable a couple years ago. I don't even watch TV.
Well, I like watching TV and some of the local shows. So if I was to drop cable, I might just pick up YouTube's package because based on your zip code where you pay your bill from, they'll give you the local stations. And then I think YouTube does it for $30 a month or something like that. But you can unlimited, you get 6 accounts or 10 accounts or whatever. I think it's 6, but you can give those 6 accounts to whoever you want. And it's unlimited DVR because it saves it. And you can unlimited DVR for as many stations as you record, you know what I mean? Shows you record, and it's all kept in the cloud, so it's unlimited storage. So you're not like taken back. So I've been tempted to even just get rid of my phone, but I kind of need my phone because I don't have cell reception in my apartment. The cell reception where I currently am is kind of horrible, you know? So.
Yeah, it's funny. I just read a speed test on my Wi-Fi on my cell phone, and I'm getting 20 download speed and 12 upload. So that should be plenty. But. Yeah,
it might just be the older phone. You might have to update the firmware. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or a lot of your other programs on your phone are taking bandwidth away. You know?
While I'm streaming, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you look at it right here, it's CS 20 and 12.
Yeah, and your latency is only 11 milliseconds, so you're not far from the hub then.
Yeah.
For your area.
So I should be fine, but like you said, maybe some other apps are stealing bandwidth from it.
Well, and if anyone else in your family is on your Wi-Fi, too, that's stealing bandwidth. You know what I mean?
No, but that'll be just download speed. But my upload speed should be fine, right? Because they'll be just watching.
Upload speed's what you need for streaming.
Yeah, so they're not streaming; they're just watching. So that means.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So it shouldn't affect me at all.
Could this be the time of day where you live too? So.
True.
But, well, it's just about. I think I'm going to cut the stream. To be honest with you, I'm getting tired finally, a little bit. But actually, I'm really not that tired. But I know my son's going to be up in like 3-4 hours, and I'd rather be kind of awake when he's up. You know.
Yep. Well, thanks, Brian, for hosting.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody else.
Problem. I'll have to catch one of your live streams, Jimmy, but I think you live stream while I'm at work, so typically.
Yeah, I don't have a set time like how most people do, but I like to do it at random time, just when I feel like doing it.
Aquarium Tech says, Captain Savage Aquatics, what cable provider do you have? I have Spectrum, which it used to be TWC, but Time Warner Cable. There's Spectrum not Spectrum, but I can't remember the other people they bought out. They bought out Frontier, the main company of Spectrum. So it's like 3 or 4 cable and phone providers. So Frontier is more of the cable / or phone / DSL stuff. And then our Time Warner Cable was more of the, digital cable and stuff like that. But as Spectrum is slowly coming up into the boonies, as I call it, like this, so the speeds are supposed to increase over the next couple months. It's supposed to go up to 10 upload and 100 down average, because the fiber is slowly working its way up here from Albany. So they don't want to really tell us exactly where it is, but I have a funny feeling, it is not that far away, like maybe 5, 10, 20 miles away at this point. But it takes a lot of time to lay fiber that far. So, but you don't have to apologize, Carlos. You can only do what you can do with your phone,
Yep.
And thanks for having me in the stream. I apologize for technical difficulties. Yeah, I mean, I hope everyone enjoyed. If you're just watching this now and you're enjoying the stream, please consider subscribing to me. Make sure you hit the bell notification. There's a little bell that pops up, and get notified whenever I post new content or I come on a live stream or anything like that. So comment, like, subscribe. If you don't like the video content or you'd like to see something, make sure you comment below when this video uploads. And if you definitely dislike, tell me why, because maybe it's something I'm doing wrong or I'm not staying on track or something like that. Let me know, because that's only going to help me get better. So thanks again for Jimmy H stopping in, Fish Tropic, DPK.
And Happy Fish Guy.
And the Happy Fish Guy. I'll have to add the Happy Fish Guy onto the description of this video when it finally uploads. But that's it for me tonight, guys. Everyone that's watching, thank you for stopping in. Take it easy. Jimmy, you have a good night.
You too, bye. Take it easy. Thank you.
Bye-bye.